just numbers overall the past few years, offensive numbers are up no matter who you play now.
That's true. Especially teams that are spreading things out and running the ball. I mean, passing the ball or mixing the run and the pass effectively. Offenses are a lot more wide open now. So definitely true. Rob brings up some great points. In fact, I got to give Rob a shout out. Rob's moniker that he gave me last week, Dr. Decimal, I believe that's in the stages of trademark, Rob. And I've got a fan club now. They want that on some graphic design T-shirts. So thanks for coming up with that.
Yeah, we're in some talks for some licensing deals and agreements, with major apparel providers. So as long as we can get your face along with the Dr. Decimal,
that's awesome,
sort of logo and branding, we'll make sure we get it trending on Twitter as well. It'll be in all the right places.
Well, I have been told I have a face for radio, so that's great. So, well, I'll get to my number eventually here, and it goes along with what you're talking about, Rob. My number is 17, much lower than Rob's number, up in the 500s, but it represents something very similar. 17 missed tackles by this defensive unit last week that the coaches calculated. A lot of those coming up in key moments in the second half, opened up explosive plays, scoring plays for Owasso. Adam Gaylor and his defensive staff, that's something they are known for, very disciplined, responsible football. So there was quite an emphasis made this week on being better about tackling, and so I think that number is going to go down. Interestingly enough, the Redhawks are bringing in a 17-game win streak of home victories, so the Trojans don't want that. They want that to stay at 17 and not move up to 18. They want to get a win here on the road. So 2 points for number 17 there tonight, but they wanted to really improve on missed tackles.
Well, tackling was an issue, as you mentioned last week, and one of the guys, though, that had a big game was Blake Whittington. He was hurt at the end of the game. He had 15 tackles in the game last week, and we will see, 15 tackles, so we will see if he's able to play when we have the Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma injury report coming up. Who's hot, who's not, brought to you by Innovative Air Pros. Don't get caught with no heat as it starts getting cooler in the mornings, as you have to fluctuate between heat and the air conditioner, at least at some people's homes, not necessarily mine, but some people's homes. And you can call Innovative Air Pros at 918-299-1955. Who's hot? Well, you mentioned Union. They've won 17 in a row at home. Lincoln Christian has won 44 in a row at home. They host number 2 out of Arkansas, Shiloh Christian tonight. And, of course, Hudson Ball, who was an all-stater with Jenks last year, moved back to Shiloh and was playing with Shiloh Christian where he came from, and he'll be at Lincoln Christian tonight. Metro Christian has won 68 of their last 76. They host Cassia Hall tonight. Muskogee's, the defending state champs, they won 9 of 11 at home, and they'll have a tough game tonight as well. And then Wagner's won 13 in a row at home. They'll play Tahlequah.
No matter the challenge, rising up has always been the Cherokee way. Adversity and triumph are chiseled into our DNA, which gives us the grit and endurance to go further for our customers, our employees, and our tribe. We march forward together in the pursuit of excellence because we are Cherokee, and together we will rise.
When you've got to spend some time away, there's no better place for your best friend to stay than Woodland West Pet Resort. With 17,000 square feet of fun, you can both take a no-guilt vacation, relax, both of you, pick up a new skill, chow down on some well-deserved vacation food, make new friends, have a spa day, and finally, come home to your best friend. Woodland West Pet Resort. sit, stay, and play. Located next to Woodland West Animal Hospital off Highway 75 in the... Our pets are more than just pets. They're our people, our family. And when they get sick, we want them to be cared for like family. At Woodland West, pet care is personal. We care for your animals the same way we care for our own. As the most comprehensive facility in the Tulsa area for everything from diagnostics to treatment, you can trust that our team of compassionate veterinary experts are delivering the care your animal deserves. Your pet is always there for you. Let us be there to keep them in good health. Woodland West Animal Hospital.
Craving delicious tenders or crispy fried chicken? Hit the Waldo's drive-thru, open 7 days a week. Locally owned and operated in Broken Arrow, 71st and Yale, and coming soon to Owasso. Waldo's makes lunch and dinner a breeze. Waldo's Chicken, fast, fresh, delicious. Craving delicious tenders or crispy fried chicken? Hit the Waldo's drive-thru, open 7 days a week. Locally owned and operated in Broken Arrow, 71st and Yale, and coming soon to Owasso. Waldo's makes lunch and dinner a breeze. Waldo's Chicken, fast, fresh, delicious.
On this field of stars and stripes, champions are born. Here, the Friday night lights offer a different view, where the lines of protection extend from sea to shining sea, and the bravery to tackle challenges extends on and off the field of battle. At Cherokee Federal, we stand with our warfighters. We work 24/7 to build strategic solutions, solve
And then, I mean, with injuries, obviously, beat our rivals, Union and Bixby, win districts.
That's something that hasn't happened in a while, so you guys will be certainly keyed for that. When you look at last week's game, a tough game against Owasso, but I know you'd like to see them down the road. What can you learn from that game Friday night for this week?
We got to be more physical. I mean, they were more physical with us on Friday. I think just our adjustments, like when they go in motion, just knowing what to check and adjusting there. And we also have a couple of young guys, you know, both our safeties, Clark Carricker and Caleb Dillard, both new guys to our defense. I mean, there's definitely some growing pains with that, but they'll be great players.
Yeah, well, you grow as the season, certainly as the season goes along. What's the Backyard Bowl mean to you? This is a big one Friday.
Man, I mean, like, homies.
Right.
Like, so it'll be definitely fun. Definitely go take it to them.
Yeah, because you know a lot of those guys, right?
Yeah, those are all my guys, like 8th, 9th grade.
Okay. And you've committed to West Point. Tell us about that.
I haven't committed yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm in the middle of the application process.
Okay.
But, I mean, it's definitely a long process. You have to there's like 3 or 4 essays,
right.
And then you have to write a couple essays to all the senators and congressmen trying to get there. They have to recommend you to get into West Point.
Right.
And then obviously just keeping my grades up. I have a 4.0. Need to get my ACT up, and yeah, I should get in.
Should get in, yeah, I think you will. Congratulations on a great career, and good luck Friday.
Thank you so much.
Jack McAnally, number 8, tight end and linebacker, one of the captains of this team, will come back
and talk about Union here in just a minute.
5 years ago, the late Alan Trimble created the Extra Mile to honor the parents and caregivers of children with special needs by providing a free night of respite care for children aged 3 to 13 years old. While parents and caregivers enjoy dinner, their children enjoy a separate meal and a full evening of fun activities in a safe and medically supported environment. Find out how you can be a part of this amazing evening, Saturday, November 9th, by going to TrimbleStrong.org or find them on social media.
Hey, it's Rusty Banks at Classic Chevrolet in Owasso. It's September and football is back. I'm excited to tell you about a few things we have going on out in Owasso. I've got $22,000 off MSRP on new 2024 Chevy Silverado crew cabs. I also have the hottest SUV in America, the all-new Chevy Trax, for only $299 per month. When you think Chevrolet, think Classic Chevrolet. Classic Chevrolet in Owasso, where a handshake still matters.
Chevy Trax sale price $20,000, 5.99%, 84 months WAC. Chevy Silverado MSRP $107,564, sale price $85,564.
Powered by Tulsa Oilers Hockey, this is KOTV Tulsa, KVOO HD2 Tulsa, KHTT HD2 Muskogee, KXBL HD2 Henrietta. It's time for Kickoff, featuring the 18-time state champion Jenks Trojans. Brought to you by Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma, official team physicians of the Jenks Trojans. Matt McCoy Insurance. Bundle and save with your State Farm agent, Matt McCoy. Recognized as one of the top agents in Oklahoma. Classic Chevrolet. Ride with the Trojans to the state championship game in a Chevrolet from Classic Chevrolet. A-plus roofing in Jenks. Innovative Air Pros air conditioning and heating. And now offering plumbing solutions. Red Rock Canyon Grill. Enjoy American classics with Southwest Flair. Woodland West Pet Resort and Animal Hospital. Serving you and your furry family 365 days a year. Harvest Bank. Donating $1 for every point scored by the Trojans this season to the Trimble Strong Foundation. Now let's head back to the stadium.
When you live.
Jenks Trojan Football, 1170 AM, News on 6 now.
And we expect a big crowd here tonight. The Jenks fans are still pouring in, parking across the street at Asbury Church and coming in on the visitor side. The Union side a little sparse, if you don't mind me. Well, it is starting to fill in a little bit below us, so we should have a good crowd tonight. The coin toss is being made. Jenks has won the toss and deferred. Union wants the football. We'll give you the starting lineups in a moment. Right now, it's time to get our player to bank on. Brought to you by Arvest Bank, who donates $1 for every point scored tonight and throughout the season. Let's go back down to Rob Labor and see what player he's looking to bank on tonight.
Yeah, thanks very much, DK. So, guys, tonight I've got my eye on number 24. That's Malachi Dillard, the wide receiver. Of course, he and his brother came over from Lincoln Christian, and we have seen this guy's big playability in both games so far. He had the long touchdown catch against Santa Fe, another 50-plus yard reception versus Owasso. So we know that he's got the wheels to get behind a defense. So far, 7 catches on the season for 144 yards. He's averaging 20 yards per catch. Those are the kind of game-breaker numbers, and I'm curious to see if he's going to be able to take the top off this Union defense tonight in his first ever backyard bowl.
All right, the Trojans are onto the field, as you heard the crowd behind Rob and the Trojan band with the fight song and their white jerseys, maroon pants. More on that in a minute. Coach, what about you?
I'm going to have my eye on a guy that Union's going to have their eye on too. Number 2, Caden Jones. It's not going to be a surprise. They're going to be keen on him on defense, but we talked last week. First week he got 200 yards, I think, in total offense. Last week that was cut down to about 100. This offensive unit, this offensive coaching staff, this offensive line really believe that they can run the ball, and they want to run the ball. And I think KD could have a big night running the ball tonight. If he does have a big game running the ball tonight, I think it's going to be a really fun night for the guys in the white jerseys and the maroon pants.
All right, let's get a injury update brought to you by Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma, trusted for their expertise, chosen for their care. Rob, what do you got?
Yeah, so good news for the Trojans after being out the first couple of games. Samaj Stanford expected to play tonight, and the sophomore safety and wide receiver, was injured on about the fourth or fifth play of that Santa Fe game. Had to miss the rest of that one. Did not play last week against Owasso, but he'll be a big boost for the defense tonight. Brody Henderson also expected to play. He was dinged up with a little bit of a knee injury, but expected to play tonight. He is in uniform. Unfortunately, as you mentioned earlier, the leading tackler on this team, Blake Whittington, is out. Suffered a pretty serious knee injury last week in that loss to Owasso. So Henderson, number 13, got a brace on that left knee, and Samaj Stanford, number 4, back in and ready to roll for the Trojans.
All right, and that injury update, again, brought to you by Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. Now get the keys to the game, brought to you by Classic Chevrolet, honored to offer the best new Chevrolet cars, trucks, and SUVs to you. Open tonight till 8:30 and tomorrow till 8:30. Eric Fox, what's it going to take for the Trojans to win?
Well, at the risk of feeding into a stereotype that Rob is trying to create for me, I'm going to go with the word cerebral. We need to be cerebral tonight. These guys play with a lot of emotion. There's a lot of rivalry. This game has a lot of momentum and momentum shifts. There's penalties that have made a difference in this game, whether those be unsportsmanlike penalties or personal fouls or jumping off sides. So these guys have got to be disciplined. They've talked about their keys all week. They did not feel like they made their reads and executed last week, so they want to be cerebral. They're going to play with a lot of fire and passion, but they're going to make sure that they read their keys and execute tonight. If they're doing that on both sides of the ball, it's going to be a fun night.
All right, here are the starting lineups brought to you by Chick-fil-A of Tulsa Hills. Follow them on Instagram and CFA Tulsa Hills at Instagram, proud sponsor of the Trojans and Special Olympics, and of course the official chicken sandwich at Allen Trimble Stadium. Well, we know about Union. They'll start with the football, and number 4, Shaker Reisig, their senior quarterback, who as a freshman started at Jenks in the Backyard Bowl. It was his first start. And his first pass was intercepted by Union, but he later redeemed himself and guided the Trojans to a come-from-behind 2021 state championship game over Union, then moved to Union after spring practice, and he starts at quarterback for Union. Their running back is another former Trojan, Jordan Schelling. Although he had knee surgery last year, he'll play linebacker on defense, and they've been going more, but their backup running back has been very productive, number 28, Tavion Pari Spate. And then there's a receiver, number 6, Boston Carrasco, who used to wear a Jenks uniform, and number 8, Stone Turner, who grew up in the Jenks school system. Stone's older brother, Jet, played at Jenks and then later played at Bigsby. We saw enough at Jet in the state championship game a year ago. Here's the the Jenks starting defense. They'll go with Cash Jacobson at one defensive end, 6'5", 275 senior. The other defensive end is Jack Wiltshire. Jack, of course, back in action last week, wears number 55, 6'2", 240 senior. The nose guard, Luke McAnally, the Jenks Defensive Player of the Week, 6', 245 sophomore. Outside linebacker, number 15, All-State candidate Sam Stone, 6'1", 215. Senior Brody Henderson back in the lineup, number 13. At least he's a game-time decision, 6'5", 205 senior. If not, it'll be Zach Fisher. Inside linebackers, Jack McAnally, whom you heard from, and number 5, Jace Hager. The free safety is Caleb Dillard, a sophomore. The strong safety is sophomore Samaj Stanford. The corners are Ace Gilliam, a junior, and Cooper Shockley, a senior. Noah Carter kicks it away. This will sail into the end zone, and it'll be Union 1st and 10 at the 20. Union comes out in their silver helmets, red jerseys, white numerals, silver pants, and the Trojans in one of their better looks, in my opinion. Maroon helmets, white jerseys, maroon numerals, and the maroon pants. And those uniform descriptions, for those listening on the audio side, brought to you by Window World of Tulsa. Experience their unrivaled Energy Star replacement windows, doors, and vinyl siding. You can find them on Instagram and Facebook. We're ready to go. Union moving right to left. Thanks for joining us on Jenks Audio Network and Trojan TV. 1st and 10, Union at their own 20. And play action. They throw out to Miles Davis, the big tight end, and a great open field tackle by Jack McAnally at the 24-yard line, a gain of 4.
Miles Davis, a big target, a secure hands, hard to bring down. McAnally does a nice job of getting him to the ground, but they do expect to see a lot of Shaker's athleticism outside the pocket, rolling out and doing play action tonight.
2nd and 6 from the 24, far hash mark. Running play, Perry Spade across the 25, cut down at the 27. Nice job defensively for the Trojans. Wiltshire stood his ground and knocked him down after a gain of 3.
This will be a big third down, right off the bat. They did not execute well on third down, short yardage running situations. This is a wide open playbook for Coach Maddox's offense with run-pass options all along the board. So they're coming out with 3 wide receivers to one side and Miles Davis split out by himself on the top.
Shotgun formation. Here's the snap. Handoff. Perry Spade over the right side. Gummed up. Brody Henderson's in on the action. Gets the start tonight. Closes the gap. And the Trojans shut down the running back at the 28. A gain of 1 yard. And it's 4th down.
Would not be surprised right here to see them try to draw the Trojans off with a hard count. They do line up in a spread punt formation, but they're missing a guy. Miles Davis, their tight end, is also their punter, so very athletic guy back there.
Back, let's see, Samaj Stanford is usually the punt returner, but since he was out, Malachi Dillard had been doing it. Now there's nobody back for the Trojans. And here's the kick. Boy, Cash Jacobson was in his face. But Davis punts it, hits it to 35, to the 30, to the 25, and will be rolled dead at the 21-yard line. So that's how this one starts. Union's at 3 and out.
Well, you heard Coach Fox talk off the top about the importance of tackling in this game and how many missed tackles there were last week. It starts with McAnally making a play in space, a 1v1 situation that could turn into a potential big gain. He makes that play, and then at the point of attack, sure tackling, gang tackling, not getting pushed backward, a really positive start for this Trojan defense.
So the first quarter brought to you by A-Plus Roofing, and the starting lineup for the Trojans has Owen Jones at quarterback, Jack McAnally at tight end in motion, now an inside receiver, K.D. Jones the running back. Now they bring McAnally in as an H-back, and a little tighter formation for Zach Cox, who snaps it back. Owen fires a fastball, caught. And down at the 25-yard line is McAnally. Gain of 5.
Not sure I like that spot. He caught it farther downfield. Of course, he was trying to get away from the defender and turned back upfield a little bit. So he's maybe 2.5 yards shy of where he caught the ball. But I do like the fact that Owen quickly got his hands. Looks to be some communication on the sideline about trying the next play in. I know he'll be going fast right here.
Nice to complete that for us, even though it's just 4 yards. Here's a handoff. KD over the right, gets an opening. And the 28, it'll be in 2. Here's starting offensive line for the Trojans. Tackle Javion Anti, who are 300 pounds transfer from Deal. Malik Craig, number 73 at 5'11", 218 junior. Zach Cox, 5'9", 290 senior. Right guard transfer from Sand Springs. Riley Kester, 6'3", 285 junior. And the right tackle, Aruru, 6'5", 280 sophomore. And 3. Owen Jones back. Time fires over McAnally, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, that's not McAnally out there. I'm not sure. That may be Caleb Barnett.
Caleb Barnett got it. Thank you. That's who we targeted on that first play.
Okay.
And again, there, good zip on the ball from Owen Jones, but just off target. And we trade 3 and outs here to start this backyard bowl.
Talked about how much they wanted to run the ball, and they come out with 2 out of the 3 passing plays on the first opening series. So, but I expect to see more runs tonight.
Back to punt is Noah Carter. 6 punts on the season. He has to back up a bit. And a short kick. He had some pressure and had to back away, and it takes a Jenks or a Union bounce, and it's downed at the Jenks 40-yard line. So a tough punt there. Jake Flowers is the one that downed it, and we have a 1-minute timeout here with 8:37 to go first quarter. We'll take our first break. Jenks nothing, Union nothing, but the Redhawks have great field position when we return on the Jenks Audio Network and Trojan TV.
When you've got to spend some time away, there's no better place for your best friend to stay than Woodland West Pet Resort. With 17,000 square feet of fun, you can both take a no-guilt vacation. Relax, both of you. Pick up a new skill. Chow down on some well-deserved vacation food. make new friends, have a spa day, and finally, come home to your best friend. Woodland West Pet Resort. Sit, stay, and play. Located next to Woodland West Animal Hospital off Highway.
No matter the challenge, rising up has always been the Cherokee way. Adversity and triumph are chiseled into our DNA, which gives us the grit and endurance to go further. For our customers, our employees, and our tribe, we march forward together in the pursuit of excellence. Because we are Cherokee, and together we will rise.
Braxton Hart, but Noah Carter had to take a step back, so that threw off his timing, and then Union had some pressure on him. He was able to get it away, but 13 yards is all he got, and Union has great field position at the Jenks 40-yard line. 8:37 to go, opening quarter, no score here in the Backyard Bowl. And again, Trojan football brought to you by A-Plus Roofing, locally owned and operated by David and Christy Watson, over 20 years of experience. 918-GET-ROOF. Rising's under center. Jesse Jones, another former Jenks player, is usually the center. He's out tonight. Rising on play action. Brody Henderson gives chase, and it's overthrown, incomplete. Looking for the intended receiver downfield, and that's Antonio Franklin, and he led him a little too far.
Yeah, I saw Jones come out with the captains for the coin toss, and he was in street clothes. So that's something that, they definitely think that he's really a key to that offensive unit.
Second down coming up. Rising, so good, so accurate. Right around 70% in his career, but he's thrown some interceptions lately. Here's a running play, nothing doing. Nice play defensively for the Trojans to gum that up. That's Zach Fisher, number 10, the senior linebacker in place of Blake Whittington.
Fisher does a nice job of fitting in there, getting in the backfield, and getting him on the ground before he can ever get into the line of scrimmage, or making contact before he gets in the line of scrimmage, and then making sure he gets down and gets some help there from the defensive line as well.
No gain on the play. So a big 3rd down and 10. Rising, shotgun, handoff. Perry Spate. Oh, he's hit head on at the 36-yard line. He had an opening. But boy, I think it was Samaj Stanford came up and hit him straight on and dropped him. They gave him a generous spot of 5 yards.
Yeah, good pop there by Samaj, but obviously Union playing this like 4-down territory the whole way, running the football on 3rd and 10.
Look for a hard count here, too.
Rising out of the shotgun, 4th and 5 at the Jenks 35-yard line. Man in motion, 2 receivers to the right, 3 to the left. Gets the snap. They bring the blitz. They pick it up. They throw. Davis catches it, and he's going to be a foot short of the spot, it appears.
They marked him short of the line to gain. Most definitely. The official on the Union sideline came in, marked it just shy of the 30-yard line. He's not going to turn around and talk to the Union coaching staff anytime soon. Miles Davis finds the soft spot in the zone right there, but it was a good hit because immediately when the ball gets there, makes contact and keeps him from getting to the 30-yard line. Probably should have pushed that route up about another step and a half.
Who was it on the defensive play? Did you recall?
I did not catch that.
I didn't either.
Yeah, I was watching the spot.
Was too. 7:11 to go. First quarter, Trojans have the ball back. Snap back, handoff Katie over the left side. Gets through the line, but only picks up about 3. We'll say 2 to the 33-yard line. Jake Flowers in as a extra tight end.
Still some big guys up front for Union, even though this is not probably a defensive line like they saw last week. But I know this offensive line really wants to, eke out 4 or 5 yards each time that the running back is touching the ball.
By the way, the Trojans defensively stopping another team on 4th down. Here's Owen Jones. They pick up the blitz. They overthrow. The intended receiver, Caleb Barnett, up at the 42-yard line. He was double covered.
double covered, but there was a soft spot in the zone that he sat there in between the corner and the safety coming over the top. So there was plenty of room to hit that window. And we talked about execution before at the beginning of the game. This is what coaches are talking about. You make the right read, then go ahead and get it executed. So hopefully we're going to catch some more of those tonight.
3rd down and 8 at the Jenks 33-yard line. KD in the backfield. They've got Jalen Cato split left with Barnett, 2 receivers to the right. Sam Stone's the inside receiver right. Snap back. He's got time, had time, throws, incomplete. He had pressure as he was hit looking for Cato up at midfield.
Yeah, that was Schelling right there. You talked about, they have moved him from the offensive side of the ball, the defensive side of the ball. He came on a linebacker blitz and just beat his guy around the edge and got enough of a hit on Owen that he couldn't step in and finish up the throw. Got to give it up for sportsmanship. Sorry, Don, I was going to say Schelling also goes back and gives Owen a high five just to pat him after that play, too. So good sportsmanship as well.
13-yard punt for Carter. Again, he backs up. Again, he gets it away. Again, under pressure. This is a better kick. It hits at the 40 to the 35, and then a lateral bounce and down at the Union 34-yard line. 6:16 to go first quarter. Neither team has been able to dent the scoreboard in their first 2 possessions.
Has either team picked up a first down yet?
No.
I think both of them, Union went 4 plays that last drive, but Trojans have gone 3 and out twice.
33-yard punt for Noah Carter, which is right at his season average, I believe. So here comes Reisig. Perry Spate in the backfield gets the handoff on the delay, tries to go right side and is punished for that effort. Jack McAnally was right there to greet him, face mask the face mask.
We've called Jack McAnally's name a lot so far, even when we thought he was catching passes. But that right there is he's showing why he's a defensive leader on this team. He just punishes Perry Spate as soon as he touches the football. 5
carries for 9 yards for the running back for Union. 2nd and 10. Reisig has 2 receivers each side. Jenks shows blitz. Perry Spate out of the backfield. Now they throw the fade. It's picked off at midfield. Brody Henderson biffed it back in the coverage, and we have our first turnover of the game, and the flags go down. There's a scuffle after the tackle between Jack Wiltshire and a Union player, but the Trojans have the football after the interception by Brody Henderson.
Great play right there by Brody, and I'm going to say good job from the Trojans. I really think this should be 100% against the Redhawks. The Redhawks has an offensive lineman come in and just spear Brody when he's down on the ground, which brought up the flag. Now we might have been, demonstrating our displeasure with that, so hopefully it's not offsetting, but that's what we talked about. Our guys need to really keep their head, but Brody just picks that off. That was totally underthrown by Reisig, and Brody's just sitting there on it. Great job dropping back in coverage. Good to see him back in the lineup and making a big play.
So far, guys, this Jenks defense looks like they know exactly what's coming at them. I mean, everybody has just been in flawless position so far, and Brody Henderson sure was on that pick. With the short punt earlier, you thought maybe the field had flipped a little bit in favor of Union. Well, now the field is flipped again in a big way in favor of the Trojans.
After a 15-yard penalty against the Redhawks, out of the shotgun, handoff KD. He slips through a tackle. Ooh, and there could have been a spearing right there on KD. There's Anti, who takes a shot and goes down after the whistle, or rather, Ruru. No call. It's a gain from the 30 to the 27 for 3 yards. KD has a gain of 2, a gain of 2, and a gain of 3. So
that looked like more than a 3-yard run, too.
Yes.
The way he's bouncing off guys.
Sweep left. KD does have some room now. Gets to the 20. Good stiff arm. First down and flags all over the field as KD gets ridden out of bounds. Now, they might get KD for a face mask.
Now,
I don't think so, though.
They're calling McAnally for a hold on Schelling out on the edge. And 3 guys through the flag. I'm just going to say mechanically, all 3 guys should not be looking in the same spot. But, they said that it was coming at Rob, so maybe he had a better angle. But McAnally was hooked up with Schelling on the edge.
when that much laundry flies at the same time, it's a fairly obvious call, and it was a little bit too easy for Katie Jones to gain the edge and get around the perimeter there. So unfortunate for the Trojans to have to back up here. We'll see what they come up with on a 2nd and long.
2nd and 16 now at the Union 36-yard line. Owen Jones out of the shotgun. A reverse to Barnett. Gets a block. Tries to fight off another. Can't do it. He's tackled at the 36-yard line. No gain on the play.
Redhawks on defense, just staying at home, playing positionally sound defense. You're hoping that you can get him on that misdirection with the speed of Caleb Barnett, but Union did a nice job there staying home.
And that's probably one where Caleb needs to try to get 6 yards or 8 yards instead of 30 yards. It's just go ahead and stick your foot in the ground, break it back inside, get as much as you can get. He tried to bounce it outside, and there were 3 Redhawks sitting out there waiting on him.
All right, 3rd and 16 at the Union 36-yard line for Owen Jones. Play action. Drifts back. Steps. Fires a fastball down the middle of the field. Knocked away at the 5-yard line. Barnett was the post pattern intendee. A nice defense by J.T. Friedrich. And I think Oliver Smith might have been back there as well.
Yeah, I actually think Smith undercut him. I think that could have been an interference call because I think Smith undercuts him before the ball gets there. He definitely has his hands on it like he could make an interception, but I think he, I don't know, hard to tell from this angle and no replay, but I think he may have got there just a little bit early. I think Owen held the ball just a little bit, so they're going to try to time those reads out and make that look a little bit better, clean that up.
Owen completed his first pass. He's now incomplete in his last 4 passes. This will be a delay of game, I think, against Jenks with 4 minutes to go opening quarter. No, timeout called. So a timeout called, and let's go over this day in Jenks Trojan history. I didn't do this last week because last week was on Mark Sharp, and the season opening win over Veneta back in his day, so I apologize to Mark for not getting that. But this is what happened on this date in 2002, Friday the 13th. Union and their all-state defensive end who wore number 13, Nathan Peterson, caused a fumble. Then it had a crucial sack at TU in the Backyard Bowl as Union beat Jenks before a crowd of 25,560. That snapped the Trojans' school record 39-game winning streak. Of course, that's when Jenks had won 6 straight state championships going into that 02 season. Jenks led after the first quarter 12-2, but Union got 21 second-quarter points and ended up winning the game. Zach Edwards had a 62-yard touchdown catch from Keith Jones in that game. I played with Zach's cousin. Played some golf over the summer, and he told me Zach just had a baby. He and his wife had a baby and doing really well.
Congratulations to Zach.
Great
athlete. Great guy on both sides of the ball. Really great receiver. Speedy guy for track as well. Played great DB.
4 minutes to play. I thought they might take a timeout and give Noah Carter a little more room here to punt, but apparently not. 72nd meeting between these two schools. It's now the longest continuous rivalry, unless Jenks plays Broken Arrow in the playoffs. They're not playing Broken Arrow this year. Here's the punt straight away down the middle of the field. Bounces at the 5, batted around, and covered at the 1-yard line. Let's see where they will initially mark it. At the 4, nice punt by number 33, the senior Noah Carter, just his 2nd year playing football, and that was an impressive 32-yard kick.
And great job by that punt team getting down there, getting their back to the goal line, finding the ball, making sure they had it secured before it went into the end zone. So nice execution. I know they wanted to clean up some stuff on special teams. The pooch kick hurt us on the kickoff return unit last week against Owasso, so I know they really emphasized a lot of things on special teams. Great execution there.
Somewhere Pat McAfee is smiling. That's about as good as you can do it, boys.
Indeed. Let's see what they can do defensively. Because Union has not been able to move. Neither team has been able to move the ball. Only one first down in the first quarter. That was by penalty. Handoff Perry Spate. He gets past the line of scrimmage for a yard up to the 5-yard line. It looked like he was going to get more, but Cash Jacobson comes up big. That defensive line is doing a great job. Cash Jacobson, Luke McAnally, and Jack Wiltshire.
Samaj comes in there as well and fills that running lane, finishes him off.
2nd and 9 from the 5-yard line. Jenks really wasn't ready. Now they get down and ready on 2nd and 9. Reisig is standing on his own goal line. Now he looks to the sidelines to try to get something from Dub Maddox, the quarterback's coach. Play action, drifts back into the end zone, fires over the middle. What a catch. It's a first down and more. Up to the 25 to the 30. And run out of bounds is Stone Turner.
Yeah, they call that a cross-country route. Just two guys crossing back in the back area, and we actually had guys that were there, but unfortunately they kind of blocked each other. It gave them a little bit of space. They were going to be able to break on the ball, but he came underneath, and we couldn't get to the break. So big pickup for them.
Turner, of course, transferred with his older brother Jet from Jenks to Bixby. And now Stone has moved to the Union District. Big gain of 26. Here's a reverse. And he's going to be gummed up for a loss of 2. Good pursuit by number 11, Cooper Shockley. Wiltshire from one side of the ball to the other. Luke McAnally as well.
Sam Stone sets that edge and gets that turned back inside. Does not let him get outside and get down to their bound. Nice job there of Sam setting the edge, and then lots of help coming from the posse with the white shirts.
So 2nd down and 11 on the loss of a yard after the 31-yard pass play to Turner. Reisig under center. Schelling at running back. Toss sweep right. Going the far side. Schelling hit once, twice, and still with that strength, powers his way across the 40 to the 41 and a gain of 6 to set up 3rd and 5.
Again, hard count right here, 3rd and medium, but the playbook is wide open for Coach Maddox with a lot of faith that he has in this quarterback to hit a 5-6 yard route to get the first down. Sam Stone is the first one there to Schelling. Makes good contact in the backfield, but like you said, Schelling just a real powerhouse, able to continue down the field, get a couple extra yards after first contact.
3rd and 5 from the 41-yard line. First carry for Schelling in the game. Minute 35 to go first quarter. Trojan football brought to you by Matt McCoy Insurance. Former Trojan great. Reisig looks left, has 2 receivers out there, and it's dropped by Turner, who pays the price. He got leveled by Sam Stone, and it'll be incomplete pass, and it's 4th down.
Really had that bracketed well. You had Cooper Shockley over the top right there, making sure he's sitting on that route, and then you had Sam coming from the inside out, making first contact, making sure that the ball is separated from the receiver.
So after the 31-yard pass, Redhawks unable to do anything afterwards, and here's Miles Davis to punt. His first punt of the game was good for 51 yards. Line of scrimmage is the 41. Good snap and a nice kick. Nobody's back for the Trojans. Hits at the 25 to the 20 to the 15, and the Trojans now will start inside their own 10-yard line at the 9. Another punt of 50. I'm wondering why the Trojans aren't sending anybody back. I guess it's because they're afraid they will fake it.
Well, that formation right there, the guy over here that Malachi is walked up on is actually an eligible receiver. And again, Miles Davis, not only their punter, but also a great athlete, able to throw the ball. So they've got to make sure that they have that receiver covered with Dillard. And Union has most of the time been in that formation and walked back into a more traditional punt team. And so right now they're making sure that the fake isn't there. But they may have to make some adjustments to that.
Mentioned Matt McCoy Insurance. You can find more at mattmccoyinsurance.com. Out of the shotgun, Jones. KD Jones, stood up. What a job KD did. He was stuck at the line of scrimmage and still fought his way forward for a yard after the nice tackle by Tucker Cook, linebacker.
Yeah, just a big hit right there coming in. And, these guys are bigger and more physical than Owasso's last week. Owasso's looked more like some safeties that were back there running around making some blitzes. But Tucker comes in and puts a big stick in the hole.
The running play, KD gets an opening this time across the 15 up to the 18-yard line. Yard shy of the first down. Good job of the hole on the left side. KD comes into the game in the last 2 games, 288 yards, 7 yards a carry, 5 touchdowns, 4 by rush. So a gain of 8 there. 3rd and 1 coming up. He had 8 yards and just 4 carries until that carry. Here he gets hit at the scrimmage, but again, powers his way across the 20, and you can move the sticks for the Trojans.
That wasn't pretty right there, but just enough for the first down. And the linebackers are looking to the sideline for Union, looking like they're missing the calls. And this is why I think the Trojans want to take advantage of a little bit more up-tempo right now.
And now we have the end of the opening quarter. Well, very unusual for these two schools to not score in the first quarter, but we are scoreless after one from the Backyard Bowl at Union Tuttle Stadium on the Jenks Audio Network.
Our pets are more than just pets. They're our people, our family. And when they get sick, we want them to be cared for like family. At Woodland West, pet care is personal. We care for your animals the same way we care for our own. As the most comprehensive facility in the Tulsa area for everything from diagnostics to treatment, you can trust that our team of compassionate veterinary experts are delivering the care your animal deserves. Your pet is always there for you. Let us be there to keep them in good health. Woodland West Animal Hospital. When you've got to spend some time away, there's no better place for your best friend to stay than Woodland West Pet Resort. With 17,000 square feet of fun, you can both take a no-guilt vacation. Relax, both of you. Pick up a new skill. Chow down on some well-deserved vacation food. Make new friends. Have a spa day. And finally, come home to your best friend. Woodland West Pet Resort. Sit, stay, and play. Located next to Woodland West Animal Hospital off Highway 75 in the Jenks.
These guys haven't scored yet, but the defenses have been really locked in. Offense for us has been there, but we just, have not hit our open receivers. I do like the way we're running the ball, even though it hasn't been big chunks yet. I think that's going to continue to pay off. So more of what we're doing, but let's just make sure we're connecting on those pass plays when we have the opportunities.
Total yardage brought to you by Classic Chevrolet in Owasso, ClassicChevrolet.net. 54 yards total offense for Union. One play was 31 yards. Jenks total offense 23 total yards. Here we start the second quarter. 1st and 10. KD opening 20, 25, 26-yard line. That's more like it. Gain of 5.
Yeah, Frederick, the coach's son, sitting back there at safety, and he's the one guy that's left that KD meets in the that second level right there. And again, if they continue to give him holes and opportunities like that, it's just going to be a matter of time until he breaks one a little bit farther.
I agree. Try him again. Slanting off right side. Gets a nice block over the right side up to the 30-yard line. A yard shy the first down.
Hey guys, I'll tell you that if the Trojan offense can match the pace of its offensive coordinator, Jay Wilkinson, they'll be in good shape. The guy is speed walking up and down the sidelines. You can tell he's thinking fast. He wants to go fast. Faster, faster.
3rd and 1. KD blast down the middle. 35, 40-yard line. Move the sticks again as we start the second quarter. By the way, when the Trojans are tied after the first quarter, in the last 35 years, they are 50-17. Here's a pass play and overthrown. Looking downfield for Nathan Domek. Owen just not quite dialed in yet.
Yeah, the secondary is playing really far off, so Domek shuts it down, has plenty of cushion there between him and the DB. Owen's making a long throw into Union's boundary, coming at us towards the press box side, and just sails on him a little bit.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line for the senior quarterback. Handoff. They're trying to get the ball away from Trey Mays, but he fights forward to the 44-yard line. Good job by the senior for 4 yards. 3rd Third down and 6 coming up.
They moved the ball back. I don't know how.
Wow.
We lost a full yard.
No kidding. Back to the 43-yard line. 3rd and 7. Owen has not fired in his last 5 complete passes. Now he completes one to Mays over the middle. 50, 40, 30. First down, Trojans. That's Malachi Dillard, the wide receiver, dragging over the middle.
Again, they're going to have some things to talk about because we really have some white shirts that are close to each other, but they made this big play, so they're going to want to get the ball snapped again. But Dillard does a nice job of running to this defensive side.
First time in Union territory at the 27-yard line. No gain there by KD. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Union also trying to personnel us right now, so that another reason why they want to keep things up tempo, so that Union barely got their substitutes off the field and got them lined up, but unfortunately didn't have much going there on that first down play.
30-yard pass play from Owen Jones to Malachi Dillard. He's been a big play receiver for this team. No gain on first down. Throw on second. There's a catch by Domek at the 15. Should have been a face mask. No call. A tackle by Oliver Smith, the cornerback.
Got to give kudos right there to Caden Jones, because if Caden doesn't step into that blitzing linebacker coming, Owen doesn't get that off, but he gets it to Nate. Nate has great hands. Gets that first down.
First down at the Union 14-yard line. No score early second quarter. Shotgun snap to Owen Jones. Handoff KD Jones. Gummed up. Nothing doing. Might have lost a yard. In fact, they'll say he lost 2 yards. Back to the 16, 2nd and 12 coming up. The stats after 1 quarter, as I mentioned, brought to you by Arvest Bank. Perfect bank for you in a changing world. 20 metro locations. Find the one nearest you at arvest.com. 2nd and 12 at the Union 16. Owen Jones, quick pass out. Caught at the 13. And down at the 12-yard line is where they will mark that one.
Nice catch right there by Cato, having a guy right there on him trailing as he's coming over towards the Union bench. So gets a little bit out of a hole right there.
Gain of 4 to make it 3rd and 8 at the Union 12-yard line.
I would expect something running back towards the middle of the field, if nothing else, setting up a field goal.
Owen Jones completed his last 3. Play action. Steps back, throws this out. Caught at the 9-yard line, short of the first down by KD. It'll bring up 4th and 5, and probably call on Noah Carter here to try to give the Trojans the second quarter lead.
So Coach Wilkinson hoping that the Union coaches are thinking like me. He fakes the play action to the wide side of the field, and he comes back and hits KD coming out of the backfield right into the boundary. But Union defense read that well and put a hit on him right when he made the catch.
Carter's 1 for 2 in field goals. This is settled at the 16. It'll be a 26-yard attempt. Snap from Braxton Hart. The hold by Jake Flowers. It's down. The kick's up to our left, and it is no good. Off to the right. Wow. He had the distance. So the Trojans come up empty after a nice drive, starting late in the first quarter. A 14-play drive, and it comes up empty.
Yeah, unfortunate right there. Just pushes it to the right. He's on the left hash trying to put it back through the middle. Just pushes it a little bit too far outside.
Started at our own 9-yard line, ended at the Union 9-yard line, and we have a timeout. 7:44 to go first half. No score. The Backyard Bowl continues on the Jenks Audio Network and Trojan TV. If we got time, can you give some scores?
No matter the challenge, rising up has always been the Cherokee way. Adversity and triumph are chiseled into our DNA, which gives us the grit and endurance to go further. For our customers, our employees, and our tribe, we march forward together in the pursuit of excellence. Because we are Cherokee, and together we will rise.
hang on. They're coming back to us. Sorry. All right, thank you. Here's a running play around the right side for Perry Spade. A gain of 11, their best run of the game, but it's going to be brought back on a penalty for holding.
I really like to see Brody Henderson out there, big frame on the outside. Sure missed him last week, but he does a nice job right there. And the Union Redhawk offensive player has to hold him to set the edge. And so nice to get them behind the sticks here on this first down.
1st and 20 from the 10-yard line. No score after Jenks missed a short field goal. Here's a running play, Perry Spate, and he is grabbed immediately and wrestled down after a gain of 2 or 3 yards by the Trojans, number 5, Jace Hager.
Good to see Jace out there. He was injured in the second half last week and sure missed him at his linebacker position. And Jace just does a nice job of tracking that down, making a solo tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
14-play drive. Ouch. Comes up empty after a gain of 2, 2nd and 18 from the 12-yard line. Rising looks left, now rolls right, comes this way, throws, and a nice catch. They're going to give it to him, or no, are they? Nope, incomplete.
Good coverage right there by Shockley. He makes the catch. He's just out of bounds when he makes it, so not a whole lot of room for him to operate.
No, they gave him the catch.
Oh, this guy said no. This guy said incomplete. Rob, I promise he said incomplete.
On the other sideline, but to me, looking at the Jumbotron, it did look like he got his foot down, and just a nice throw by Shaker along that boundary, the only place he could put it to where his receiver could make a play, and that's exactly what he did.
Gain of 8, so it's 3rd and 10. Big play for Union. And now we've got a flag down, and this will be against Union on procedure, and I think the Jenks band, who's in the ear of Union, and Risey can't hear.
Yeah, the right tackle just pointed up, made a point to the defensive unit on looking for a blitzing linebacker, but he'd already had that hand on the ground, so that was a procedure penalty there.
Union does not have a first down in this game. Well, they have 1 first down on that 31-yard pass late in the first quarter. We're midway second quarter, no score. 3rd and 15 at their own 15-yard line for Shaker Rising. He's committed to Boston College after decommitting from Utah. Short drop, pass to Boston Carrasco over the middle, breaks a tackle, gets to the 20, 25-yard line. He'll get 10 yards short of the first down. It'll bring up a 4th and 5.
They're trying to bring him underneath on the middle, but Union has a injured offensive lineman, it looks like.
They can ill afford any more linemen to lose. They've already lost Jesse Jones, who's not in this game, the former Jenks Trojan. He's an all-state candidate at center. And then they lost a transfer from Memorial, I understand, Sherman.
Our pets are more than just pets. They're our people, our family. And when they get sick, we want them to be cared for like family. At Woodland West, pet care is personal. We care for your animals the same way we care for our own. As the most comprehensive facility in the Tulsa area for everything from diagnostics to treatment, you can trust that our team of compassionate veterinary experts are delivering the care your animal deserves. Your pet is always there for you. Let us be there to keep them in good health. Woodland West Animal Hospital.
On this field of stars and stripes, champions are born. Here, the Friday night lights offer a different view, where the lines of protection extend from sea to shining sea, and the bravery to tackle challenges extends on and off the field of battle. At Cherokee Federal, we stand with our warfighters. We work 24/7 to build strategic solutions, solve complex challenges, and serve our military and veteran community with compassion and heart. For every star, every stripe, we stand committed to supporting America's greatest team.
Just looking forward to that. Yeah, the all-time rusher against Jenks as far as Union is concerned. In fact, the all-time rusher total yardage in a career for anybody against the Trojans is Jeremy Smith. So we'll get a visit with him at halftime. Brought to you by Matt McCoy Insurance. Here's the punt on 4th and 5. We have somebody back, and he drifts way back. And a fair catch called for by Dillard way back at the 28-yard line, a 47-yard kick. Wow. Davis is bombing some kicks.
Yeah, right now the offense, as they're going to a TV timeout, I don't know if you want to take a break or not.
Yes, we'll take a quick break and then come back. 6:06 to go second quarter. No score on the Jenks Audio Network and Trojan TV.
Craving delicious tenders or crispy fried chicken? Hit the Waldo's drive-thru, open 7 days a week. Locally owned and operated in Broken Arrow, 71st and Yale, and coming soon to Owasso. Waldo's makes lunch and dinner a breeze. Waldo's Chicken, fast, fresh, delicious.
Our pets are more than just pets. They're our people, our family. And when they get sick, we want them to be cared for like family. At Woodland West, pet care is personal. We care for your animals the same way we care for our own. As the most comprehensive facility in the Tulsa area for everything from diagnostics to treatment, you can trust that our team of compassionate veterinary experts are delivering the care your animal deserves. Your pet is always there for you. Let us be there to keep them in good health.
Big play in this first half and give Union or Jenks the lead. No score. 6:06 to go, second quarter. Jenks has the ball after the big punt by Union. McAnally in motion. Here's a running play and a big hole for Jones. Breaks one tackle, breaks another across the 35 up near the first down marker at the 40-yard line. Should have it, and they will indeed move the sticks after a gain of 11 yards. Katie again shucks a tackle, shucks another across the 45 to the 46-yard line and a gain of 6.
Yeah, I think this Jenks offensive line and, of course, KD starting to feel themselves a little bit, building off the momentum they created on that last drive when they were able to march it all the way down into the red zone. Don't have anything to show for it on the scoreboard, but some positive signs of this offense starting to come alive.
Sure is. 2nd and 4. That might open it up for Owen Jones. Instead, KD, nothing here. He bounces off, tries to bounce off a tackle and can't do it. And number 27 coming in and making the big play. That's the number for Ian Castellanos, a defensive back. So it'll be third down. After no gain, 3rd down and 4.
I think this will be more of a passing down. They have Dillard on the outside with Cato as a slot receiver. They got Barnett one-on-one at the top.
Bad snap. Owen's just going to fall on it. Oh, boy. The snap to the left foot of Owen Jones, and instead of trying to pick it up, he just fell on it. So a loss of 4 and makes it 4th down. Back to the 41-yard line, and the Trojans will have to punt again.
I'll take the blame for that one, guys. That's on me. I said this offense was maybe starting to find some momentum and starting to come alive, and then they went backwards. So I'll shut her down.
Well, Owen had time to pick it up, but hey, if you pick it up and boot it, kick it out away from you, then you should have fallen on it. So he fell on it. Here's a good snap. Oh, and then Carter has to fall on it. He drops the punt. He dropped it, and Union has it at the 25-yard line. Wow, special teams haunting the Trojans here in the first half.
Yeah, for some reason, that's the second punt where Noah is actually stepping back away from the snap. I don't know if he's getting a different read on it or what, but as he's stepping back, it's throwing the timing off, and he may have been looking at the pressure coming, so they're going to have to get that fixed pretty quickly.
Boy, the Trojan defense, which has been stout here in the first half, now has their backs against the wall here with 4:06 to go in the first half at the Jinx 22-yard line. Here's a reverse and an opening to the 20, to the 15, to the 10. First and goal at the 7 on the reverse, and a nice call to Perry Spate, the running back, who was set up as a receiver.
And a lead blocker that we've seen wear Jinx before, Shaker Reisig out there setting the edge, making sure that Wiltshire was not going to be able to make the play right there.
Gain of 15 on the play. First and goal. Two receivers to the left, a man in motion. Rises, toss sweep, coming right, cut down at the 5-yard line. Nice open field tackle by Cooper Shockley on Jordan Schelling. Gain of 2.
Schelling is a big physical guy, so, kudos right there to Shockley. Nice job of getting him down on the ground. Schelling was building momentum off that quick pitch option right there. Would not be surprised to see Shaker run the ball. He runs the ball pretty well. He's athletic, so looking for a quarterback run down here is a possibility as well.
Handoff Schelling, stood up, somehow broke a tackle. If it was Schelling, might have been Reisig still on the carry.
Yeah, that was going to be a quarterback follow. So he fakes the ball to Schelling, and then he's trying to find the hole there in the middle. Nice job by that defensive line to plug everything up right there, just really not giving him anywhere to run. I'm not sure Cass Jacobson has his ankles, but there were lots of guys that were making that really difficult for him.
Of course, Reisig brought Jinx back in that state championship game on a big TD run to start the Jinx comeback. Down 15-0 Union, came back and beat Union 30-15. Now he hands off, or he fakes to Schelling, keeps it again, and dropped in the backfield. What a play by the Trojans. Was it?
I think that's Zach Fisher.
I think it is.
Yeah. Zach Fisher comes in, and his teammates are so excited to celebrate, they knock him to the ground. But a great read right there. They were going for another misdirection. What this does is, I think if it would have been a fourth down closer to the goal line, they'd have gone for it, but it puts them back for loss and brings on the field goal unit.
So Miles Davis, the hold. Snap back, ball down, the kick is up to our right, looks good and is good. So Gavin Litchfield, a junior kicker, gives Union the lead of 3-0 after the Trojans turn it over and hand them 3 points.
We'd have to go back in the archives. I don't think there's been a backyard bowl that's been 3-0 with 1:26 left in half.
No.
Well, Coach Fox, you tell me. I think all things considered, after the mishap on special teams and Union taking over in the position that they did, to only give up 3 on that sequence, you got to feel pretty decent about that if you're Adam Gaylor in the Trojan defense.
You do, but you also got to be. I'm sorry, Rob. I agree with you 100%, but you also want to be the offense's biggest fan because you've been moving the ball. You've had some good looks. You've done some good things, and this is what we talked about at the beginning of the game. In this game, you cannot afford to shoot yourself in the foot, whether that's making stupid mistakes on penalties, getting misaligned, or just not being able to execute the game plan. And right now, offensively, we've got a lot of things going, but just have not, put that ball in the end zone and finish drives off for scores.
One thing I will say that I have been impressed with from a defensive standpoint is something you brought up in the pregame, Coach Fox, and that's the tackling and so many missed tackles last week against Owasso. I think the tackling has been really on point so far in this first half. You saw it down there on the goal line and being able to cut down Schelling. You saw it being able to grab Reisig before he could lunge forward toward the goal line, and then a sure tackle by Zach Fisher.
So here's the kickoff. It'll be a kick taken at the 6-yard line by Dillard. Tries to go up the right hash, now has to bounce outside and shy of the 20-yard line. We'll pause for identification. With 1:20 to go, this is where you hear Jinx Trojan football.
We're going to have a personal foul.
They did not start the clock, and so Dillard got a return from the 5 up near the 20. Then there was a flag, right, Coach?
Yeah, personal foul, unfortunately. Again, some exuberance there on the blocking as the Union defender was headed towards the sidelines, and we drove him out of bounds or knocked him out of bounds. And so, just when you have a chance to kind of get the ball out around your 20 and put in your 2-minute offense, you're backed up to the 10, and it makes things a lot more tight.
Now you can ill afford a turnover, so you might just try to run out the clock as best you can. Union, sure, they've got some timeouts remaining. They've got all 3 timeouts remaining. Handoff, KD Jones slashes off the left side for 4 yards from the 10 up to the 14.
And Union has a defender that's down, a defensive lineman that's down. Schelling's got his helmet off.
Injuries have really racked this Union team here in the early going. I was told coming into the stadium tonight, we're down 6 starters. A couple or 2 or 3 are out for the season. I'm like, I've heard that before when I've entered this stadium. Woe is me. And then it's Union's too good a game. But, man, we've already seen Jesse Jones, one of their captains, a former Jenks player, not suited up tonight. And then they lost a lineman earlier. Now they're got another player down on the ground. Meanwhile, for the Trojans, on our Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma injury update, we...
I believe on KD, and they're going to bring their official consultant from the sidelines to go straighten this out. Incredible effort right there by KD, but it may be for naught.
So a face mask, they'll decline that penalty, and a hold, which is at the spot, they'll take that penalty. That'll wipe out the long run by KD and put the Trojans really in a hole here with 43 seconds left.
And that's unfortunate. This defensive line is not as big and physical as last week's, and so we really had the guy overpowered, but went ahead and as there was separation, just got a little bit of cloth or pad there on his way down to the ground.
So they'll mark it way back to the 7-yard line. Zach Cox, the center. Ooh, they might have got Jenks in the neutral, or Union in the neutral zone. No flag. 12 on the play clock. So they're trying to melt the clock as best they can here. Handoff. KD hit down at the 9-yard line. A gain of 2. Down to 10 seconds, and Union's going to be, I guess, as satisfied as Jenks is to run out the clock here and go to the locker room with a 3-0 lead. Boy, you're right. When's the last time these two teams faced each other? And it was only 3-0 at halftime. It's been a defensive battle here neither team able to move much. The Trojans had a drive from their 9 to the Union 9 in 14 plays, going 82 yards and came up empty on a missed 26-yard field goal, and then fumbled a punt, and that gave Union a short field to only go 12 yards and kick a field goal, a short field goal of their own of 27 yards, and leads it 3-0.
All right, guys, down here on the field with Coach Riggs with the Trojans trailing 3-0 heading into
No matter the challenge, rising up has always been the Cherokee way. Adversity and triumph are chiseled into our DNA, which gives us the grit and endurance to go further for our customers, our employees, and our tribe. We march forward together in the pursuit of excellence because we are Cherokee, and together we will rise.
When you've got to spend some time away, there's no better place for your best friend to stay than Woodland West Pet Resort. With 17,000 square feet of fun, you can both take a no-guilt vacation. Relax, both of you. Pick up a new skill. Chow down on some well-deserved vacation food. Make new friends. Have a spa day. And finally, come home to your best friend. Woodland West Pet Resort. Sit, stay, and play. Located next to Woodland West Animal Hospital off Highway 7.
Craving delicious tenders or crispy fried chicken? Hit the Waldo's drive-thru, open 7 days a week. Locally owned and operated in Broken Arrow, 71st and Yale, and coming soon to Owasso. Waldo's makes lunch and dinner a breeze. Waldo's chicken, fast, fresh, delicious. Craving delicious tenders or crispy...
On this field of stars and stripes, champions are born. Here, the Friday night lights offer a different view, where the lines of protection extend from sea to shining sea, and the bravery to tackle challenges extends on and off the field of battle. At Cherokee Federal, we stand with our warfighters. We work 24/7 to build strategic solutions, solve complex challenges, and serve our military and veteran community with compassion and heart. For every star, every stripe, we stand committed to supporting America's greatest team.
Our pets are more than just pets. They're our people, our family. And when they get sick, we want them to be cared for like family. At Woodland West, pet care is personal. We care for your animals the same way we care for our own. As the most comprehensive facility in the Tulsa area for everything from diagnostics to treatment, you can trust that our team of compassionate veterinary experts are delivering the care your animal deserves. Your pet is always there for you. Let us be there to keep them in good health. Woodland West Animal Hospital.
But yet had to punt again. And when Noah Carter went back to punt, he fumbled the snap, fumbled the hike back to him, and Union took over at the Jenks 22-yard line, and they had to settle for a field goal after they got down to the 2-yard line. But Rising took a loss of 8 yards thanks to Zach Fisher's tackle behind the line. Gavin Litzfield knocked through a 27-yard field goal, and that's where we stand here at intermission, 3-0 after the 27-yard field goal. The lowest scoring game in this series, got to go back to 2006, at least in the modern times. Mark Ginther had an 80-yard touchdown run in that game. Jenks missed the extra point and held on and won 9-6 in that game. In fact, Union scored a touchdown late in the fourth quarter, but it was called back because of a holding call. So we'll see if that kind of score ends up here tonight. When we come back, We have a special guest. Jeremy Smith will visit with Rob Labor, and Eric Fox has Dr. Amy Turner. That's all coming up next on the Jenks Audio Network and Trojan TV. Here are your totals through first half, brought to you by Woodland West Pet Resort and Animal Hospital off Highway 75 and Union Boulevard. Jinx leads in first downs 5-3. Rushing yardage, Jinx 20 for 77, Union 12 for 41. Jinx is 5 of 10 passing, no picks. Union 5 of 8, 1 pick by Brody Henderson. Jinx has 41 yards passing, 57 for Union. Total yardage, Jinx 118, Union 98. Each has a turnover. Each has 3 penalties. Jinx has 4 punts for 33-yard average. They have 3 punts for 50-yard average. Time of possession, Union 14 minutes, Jinx 10 minutes. Sam Stone has 7 tackles in that first half. He now has 274 in his career, and he's just 6 behind Brandon Lohr for 6th place in Jinx Trojan history. We'll try to tell you more about that in a moment. Individual stats brought to you by Innovative Air Pros. KD Jones right now, 16 carries, 58 yards is what I've got. Here's the kickoff. Union kicks off to Jinx, and just as they kick off, whistles blow and a flag down, and I'm not sure if Union was actually offsides on the kickoff or the TV crew on Cox Communications wasn't ready. Nevertheless, it's 3-0. We start the third quarter.
They called it against the Redhawks there, so back it up 5 yards and help us out a little bit. We could use a break. We gave them a big break right there before halftime with a personal foul call, and took the ball from a return at the 26. Now we're within our goal line, the shadow of our goal line. So going to be important for this first drive to just play. You're playing hard, now play smart and hard.
Caleb Barnett and Malachi Dillard await the kickoff. Dillard has a catch tonight of 30 yards. He has 2 catches of 57 and 51 yards in the previous 2 games. And he has 2 kickoffs of 35 and 40 yards. So what I'm trying to tell you is this young man has big play capabilities. They kick it away from him. Fair catch called for. Taken at the 26-yard line by the Trojans. That's, I believe, Jeremiah Cunningham, 42, although I was told it was Pierce Brand last week. We'll double check on that. Nevertheless, here come the Trojans. What are the keys to the second half, Eric Fox?
Well, like I was saying earlier, just, play within yourself. Play hard with your emotion, but also play with your brains, play smart. And then this offensive unit just has to execute. There have been plays there, like Coach said. There have been open receivers. There's been a few mental busts across the front line. We've still moved the ball, but we got to get some points on the board, and this first opening drive is going to be important.
They had some room in that second quarter running the ball. Owen Jones back to pass where he's 5 of 10, and he fires to Domek, caught at the 31, and up near the first down marker at about the 34-yard line. He'll be a yard or 2 shy. Here's some college football scores to keep an eye on. There are 2 games going on in Kansas tonight, and KU leads UNLV 17-16 midway third period. Kansas State at home leads Arizona 14-7 late in the second period. Domek's third catch of the night. Good for 8 yards. Running play, KD breaks loose, gets a first down up to the 40-yard line. That's good for 7.
Like these opening 2 calls, a quick hitch route where with soft coverage finding Domek early and Owen getting him a quick completion and then coming back with a running play and getting KD the first down.
And they're quickly up to the line of scrimmage at the 34-yard line, where they keep marking him back a yard. KD breaks it, bounces off the tackle, gets to midfield, breaks left, to the 40, to the 30, breaks another tackle and stumbles down at the 20-yard line. The biggest play of the Trojan offense tonight. Good for 46 yards.
I think Rob said it earlier, just feeling it and getting that momentum. And, if you don't wrap KD up, if you just try to come in and crash, you're not going to get him down. Great balance, great speed, great quickness. So nice play right there, sparking this offensive unit.
He already has 53 yards on 2 carries. Owen Jones looks for pay dirt, and that's knocked down at the 15-yard line. Trying to sit down in the zone was the receiver, and Owen's pass was batted away.
Again, I think that's a little bit of miscommunication. Dillard came in. You had McAnally outside. He went to Domek's side one-on-one into the short side of the field, but the guy had jumped underneath there, so he comes back and looks to his right, but I'm not sure the spacing was exactly what they wanted. just threw into too many red shirts there.
2nd and 10 at the Union 20, down 3-0. Our scoreboard should be working on a bobbled snap, and Owen Jones has to fall on it at the 29. The Trojans have been their own worst enemy tonight. Goodness, loss of 9. It's 3rd and 19.
Yeah, I'm not sure the cause of that. Again, trying to look downfield and get your reads, but you got to secure that snap. A lot of teams using the shotgun snap primarily. That's what we do. So should be a lot of repetition there. Certainly want to get those mistakes corrected.
He has had one bad snap to him, but the 2 that he's fumbled, he's just mishandled. Here's a down and out, and he overthrows his man at the 15-yard line. And it looked as though he had Sam Stone open. So now it's 4th down. Do the Trojans go for it on 4th and 19, or they try to tie it up with what would be about a 46-yard field goal? That's what they're going to try to do.
It is right down the middle there. The ball's in the middle of the field, so just going to need to be a good, solid strike. But unfortunate, Owen had a lot of time right there. He was able to look and find his receiver, but just weren't able to connect deeply.
Try to tie the game. Jake Flowers gets the snap. Ball down, kick up to our right. It's going to be low and off to the right. No good.
We've got a penalty flag on this side. It may be against Union, which means if they came early, it's going to move the ball up 5 yards. It's not going to help us get a first down, but we may try to re-kick it. Oh, that's against the Trojans for illegal motion. Illegal procedure.
Guys, in that halftime interview with Jeremy Smith, one of the things that he told me was, we cannot lose to Jinx. Speaking about Jinx, he said we cannot lose to Jinx, and what he meant was we cannot beat ourselves. We cannot be our own worst enemy, and boy, did that rear its ugly head on that drive after a spectacular run by Katie Jones, trying to put this team on his back. You have a miscommunication, you have a fumbled snap, you have a missed field goal. It's just these things that pile up over the course of a game, especially a close game that is within your grasp, and you cannot reach up and take it.
Well, defense might have to score to win this game. Samaj Stanford had a pick 6 against Reisig last year. In fact, had 2 interceptions in the game. Toss sweep, Perry Spate hit at the 21, powers his way up to the 24, gain of 4.
McAnally gets out there, sets the edge, pushes him back inside. Wiltshire is in there. Luke McAnally is in there. This is a very talented and speedy running back. They want to make sure they keep him contained and get bodies on him as close to the line of scrimmage as possible, not let him out in space.
Gain of 4, 2nd and 6. For Shaker Reisig, committed to Boston College. Pass out to Spate, and he's tackled in the open field. Nice effort by Cash Jacobson for no gain.
I'll tell you what, we've talked about Cash and how much weight he's put on and trying to bulk up, but right there he shows his athleticism. He is playing outside contain right there on the pass rush lane. Tavion breaks it back to the inside, and Cash comes off very quickly, makes a really nice play.
And the defense get off the field here on 3rd and 6 at the 24, down 3-0. 2.5 minutes into the third quarter. Stone Turner in motion. They look for Turner. Now they throw the screen, and it's bobbled incomplete.
They've not called
it an incomplete pass yet, but
nobody has signaled an incomplete pass.
Trojans covered it. I thought it was a forward pass.
Yeah, they're announcing that the ruling on the field was an incomplete pass, but Rob, unless you saw something different, I never saw any one of the officials show the incomplete.
No, you didn't up there. There was no signal on the field. It seemed like a bunch of guys kind of looking at each other, waiting for somebody to make a signal.
And they didn't actually blow the whistle until after we had scooped up the ball. So I'm not saying that was the wrong call. They just made it very, very late.
All right. No score bug, so we'll keep you updated. 9:17 to go, third quarter. Union moves around on the line of scrimmage, but they're going to punt. Miles Davis, 3 punts, 50-yard average. 51, 50, and 47-yarders. This is a boomer Fair catch called for Dillard at the 35-yard line. So the Trojans get the ball back. 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. K.D. Jones with a big run earlier, 46 yards, but the Trojans coming up empty. And again, they just keep shooting themselves in the foot and have missed 2 field goals and a timeout on the field. With 9:10 to go, third quarter, we'll take a pause. 3-0 Union on the Jenks Audio Network and Trojan TV.
Craving delicious tenders or crispy fried chicken? Hit the Waldo's drive-thru, open 7 days a week. Locally owned and operated in Broken Arrow, 71st and Yale, and coming soon to Owasso. Waldo's makes lunch and dinner a breeze. Waldo's Chicken, fast, fresh.
No matter the challenge, rising up has always been the Cherokee way. Adversity and triumph are chiseled into our DNA, which gives us the grit and endurance to go further. For our customers, our employees, and our tribe, we march forward together in the pursuit of excellence. Because we are Cherokee, and together we will rise. No matter.
Right, I'm Don King. Rob Labor's on the sidelines. Thanks for watching on Trojan TV tonight. Mason Prince and his crew doing a fine job. We're a little bit mixed between the audio and video, but got that working. We're on the road. Come on. We're at Union. Handoff. KD. Not much room. A couple of yards from the 35 to the 37. So a gain of 2. 2nd and 8 coming up.
So it's going to be interesting to see how this offensive coaching staff, a lot of them new to the Trojans, are able to talk to their guys. We've got somebody down, I guess. Not sure who that is.
It's KD.
Maybe KD cramping up, yeah. Yep, KD's cramping up.
And Trey Mays, to give you an Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma injury update, Trey Mays is out of the game. He didn't have his pads on, walking to the locker room at halftime. He's the backup running back. 2nd and 8 at the 37. Here's some scores brought to you by Red Rock Canyon Grill, known for creating the best flavors of the Southwest, like the fan favorite chicken enchilada platter and famous wood-fired rotisserie chicken. The Red Rock Canyon Grill on Riverside Drive, where flavor steals the show. UConn's leading at home over Sapulpa 7-0. Enid, how about this? Pulling the upset over Stillwater 23-10 after Stillwater beat Union in overtime last week. And some people thought Enid might be ready for that one, and they are 23-10 at halftime.
I think Barry Lewis called that as an upset to watch for this week, didn't he?
He did indeed. Carl Albert all over Lawton Eisenhower tonight, 70-0.
Those guys are loaded.
They are indeed. Carl Albert, they have been on a roll for a long time in Class 5A. 3-0 here. Union leading, 8:52 to go, third quarter. KD gets up and will walk off on his own power, so the Trojans face 2nd and 8.
He went
down again. Boy.
Not a good sign.
No.
Like you said, Trey Mays, the backup running back, is out. Has his pads off. There's no way he'll be returning to the game. Samaj is a guy that played some tailback last year quite a bit, but he's a guy that they've needed on the defensive side, and he's just coming back off an injury. So it'll be interesting to see what they come up with here.
I think they have another running back, Aiden Jordan, that they're excited about, but I think he's been out and he's not ready to return. Now KD gets up with the help of Mike Catterson and his staff. By the way, Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma, a proud sponsor of Trojan football and Red Hawk football. Mike Catterson is the Jenks trainer. He is great friends with Dan Newman, who I think's been at Union now close to 20 years. And they take vacations together, Mike and his wife Kim, and Dan and his wife Becky, and they trade off ideas and suggestions, so the two training staffs are very close to each other.
Aiden Jordan in the game now, tailback.
Right. 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line for Owen Jones. Zach Cox snaps it back to him. Owen has time, steps up, fires wide open at the 50-yard line. First down, Jack McAnally runs out of bounds at the Union 37. So he goes from his 37 to the Union 37-yard line, first down.
Great protection right there, giving Owen lots of time. He was even able to step up in the pocket as a guy came off the edge and just finds H-back McAnally running across the middle there. Really nice job.
Gain of 26 yards. First down at the 37. Back to pass again. Pressured and sacked, and I mean drilled hard back at the 44-yard line. Wowzers. Turner Cook, the linebacker, blitzing from his linebacker position, and he got some help from 91 to Mario Marzette.
Miscommunication there, like Coach talked about in picking things up, because they had guys running free off both edges right there, so did not slide the protection correctly and then get help with backfield support.
He definitely felt the pressure from his left, and as soon as he stepped to the right, he was nearly decapitated, guys. That was a tough shot to take for Owen Jones.
Sure was. Loss of 6 on the play. So he gets it back on second and long, has time, steps up over the middle, incomplete. Short arms a pass to a wide open Cato at the 25-yard line. Third down and 16 coming up. Should have had that one.
Yeah, right scheme right there. And again, Owen steps up in the pocket. And some of these, you might say, hey, Owen could pull the ball down and go pick up some yards. He's not going to pick up the whole thing. But, right there, he had Cato coming free across the middle. Just was not able to get it to him.
He sends Jordan out as a running back, so an empty backfield. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. And now Owen looked as though he was going to roll left or maybe quick kick it, and he fumbled the snap back at the 47-yard line. Wow. This is keeps going backwards after a big 26-yard pass play. We had a 46-yard run to start this third quarter and then went backwards and missed a field goal. We got a 26-yard pass and went backwards.
I'm kind of with you, Don. I'm struggling to find the words to describe what we're witnessing here from this Jenks offense so far in this second half. I think ugly would be the only way to describe it right now.
Good snap. There's the kick by Carter. It's down the middle of the field. Gets a good Jenks bounce inside the 20, down to the 15, and down at the 14-yard line by the snapper, Braxton Hart. This defense...
So they actually... Just a second, Don. I'm sorry. They actually did change the punter. That was Caleb.
When you've got to spend some time away, there's no better place for your best friend to stay than Woodland West Pet Resort. With 17,000 square feet of fun, you can both take a no-guilt vacation. Relax, both of you. Pick up a new skill. Chow down on some well-deserved vacation food. Make new friends. Have a spa day. And finally, come home to your best friend. Woodland West Pet Resort. Sit, stay, and play. Located next to Woodland West Animal Hospital off Highway 75 in the Jenks exit. When you've got a...
Great to give this offense a chance to motor. Handoff. No, a fake handoff over the middle to Turner, who's opened at the 30. First down to the 40. Gets by a defender, and he might go the distance. Stone Turner tackled at the 5-yard line.
Great pursuit right there by Shockley coming from the far side of the field. They do that every day as a pursuit drill, and he did save the touchdown right there. Unfortunately, Turner is open, and then when there's a missed tackle, and once there's the missed tackle, he just outruns almost everybody. McAnally's given great effort in pursuit, but Shockley comes from across the side, as well as I'm not sure who the other one was there that was given pursuit, but
a 76-yard pass play down to the Jenks 10, not the 5, but the 10, where it's first and goal. And they hold him to 3 points. And now, just as they get the snap, we've got whistles flying. Guys
called a timeout.
Okay.
Coach Fred called a timeout right before they snapped.
Let's see here. They're going to give him a timeout. 6:49 to go here in the third quarter. We'll take a break, come back, continue on the Jenks Audio Network and Trojan TV.
Our Pets are more than just pets. They're our people, our family. And when they get sick, we want them to be cared for like family. At Woodland West, pet care is personal. We care for your animals the same way we care for our own. As the most comprehensive facility in the Tulsa area for everything from diagnostics to treatment, you can trust that our team of compassionate veterinary experts are delivering the care your animal deserves. Your pet is always there for you. Let us be there to keep them in good health. Woodland West Animal Hospital.
Craving delicious tenders or crispy fried chicken? Hit the Waldo's drive-thru, open 7 days a week. Locally owned and operated in Broken Arrow, 71st and Yale, and coming soon to Owasso. Waldo's makes lunch and dinner a breeze. Waldo's Chicken, fast, fresh, delicious.
Right, I'm Don King. Thanks for joining us. Big 76-yard pass play has Union down at the Jenks 10-yard. Goal at the Jenks 10 midway third quarter. Hey, before I forget it, we lost a good one last weekend. The get-back coach, Clyde Red Griffith, who was a great supporter of Jenks football and the baseball, all the Jenks programs. Red was a carpenter, had kind of retired, lost his job, and looking for something, and came in to visit with Coach Trimble, and Coach said, I think we might be able to put you to work as the locker room manager. Is that how you understand it, Eric?
Yeah, so when he was still working maintenance, doing an incredible job woodworking, building cabinets and stuff, he would come into, we had a faculty dining room back in the old cafeteria, and he'd come in there on Mondays and he'd tell me everything we did wrong when we were coaching them up and how come we didn't win by 50 and stuff. But Red was always a good guy, big supporter, helped Courtney a ton in the equipment room and that kind of thing, and just made impacts with relationships with a lot of kids over the years.
His viewing will be Monday at 4 o'clock at Floorhaven in Broken Arrow. Play action pass, wide open. Touchdown, Miles Davis. Trojans bit on the play action, and Miles Davis has a 10-yard TD pass, and Union has the lead now to 9-0.
Yeah, Union has just so many weapons, you know, with Tavion and Shaker's composure back there, and you know, Miles Davis and so many others that you just keep giving them opportunities. They're going to take advantage of it and make you pay, and that's exactly what happened.
Here's the extra point kick by Litchfield, bobbled a bit on the snap, and he missed the extra point. Boy, how many times have special teams and kicks meant so much in this rivalry? And so with 6:44 to go here in the third period, the door is opened a little bit. Union 9, Jenks nothing. Union will kick off. The Trojans really need to get going offensively, and again, they've had two big plays in this third quarter, but have gone backwards after. They just have not been very consistent offensively whatsoever in this entire game.
Rob, I don't know if you have a good feel for how KD is doing. He was, as he's trying to come off the field, he was still cramping up, trying to come off the field. So don't know if he's going to be able to return or not. But it's going to be important for this coaching staff that has not had a lot of time. Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, he's down here in the offensive huddle, kind of giving a pep talk to his offensive line right now, guys. So he's in the mix, but I don't know that he's going to go back into the game. He's got his helmet off, the rest of the offense with their helmet on. And guys, I have a feeling we're going to get a change at quarterback here.
Well, what I was going to say is it's going to be interesting. This offensive coaching staff has not worked together as a unit. There's a lot of new pieces, Jeremy Smith being one of those. Of course, Jay Wilkinson, new offensive coordinator. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do to get this offensive unit together. Again, most of these linemen have never played together. Right. So 9-0, especially in this game, is not a huge deficit at all. So the game plan has worked. You just haven't executed everything. So how do you keep everybody's composure, keep their confidence, keep their poise, and just go out there and keep battling regardless of what it says on the scoreboard?
Malachi Dillard is deep. Caleb Barnett, They're going to kick it away to Dillard. 10-yard line up the hash. 20. Needs an opening. Gets it to the 30. To the 40. Gets by one man, but then gets shoestring tackled at the 45-yard line, and maybe saving a touchdown was Ian Castellanos, who went out with cramps in the first half. He might have saved Union's bacon right there.
And Dillard's going to go down for probably cramps as well. But nice job of heading up the seam right there, right up the hash. Has a nice lane. Samaj is helping lead the way for him very unselfishly. So Dillard's out. KD is out. We're gonna have to see.
Jones is back in for this series, guys. He was sitting on the bench, and Kazar, the sophomore, was warming up that entire last defensive series, and they're attending to Malachi Dillard over here on the sidelines.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. KD is back in at running back. Handoff on a jet sweep to Barnett. 45-50. Gets hammered at the 48-yard line, and whoever tackled him took the brunt of it. Barnett gets up okay. The Union player is down, and that's Oliver Smith.
Oliver Smith, the corner going over there. KD's sprinting around the outside, lead blocking for Barnett. There's a big collision right there at the sidelines.
Should be enough for a first down at the 47-yard line. Trojan football brought to you by A-Plus Roofing. Provides the metro area with high-quality roofing and gutter services, serving the entire metro area. Just a couple of blocks from Allen Trimble Stadium. Call them at 918-GET-ROOF. Again, the viewing services for Red Griffith, Monday, 4 o'clock at Floral Haven in Broken Arrow. Well, you wonder about this Union team. Go ahead, Rob.
I was just going to say that's Oliver Smith, the Union corner, who was part of that collision with Caleb Barnett, who was down momentarily, but being helped off the field now, able to walk off under his own power. And Caleb Barnett certainly did not shy away from that contact, didn't try to sidestep it or skip his way out of bounds. He lowered his shoulder and took it full on.
Sure did, and gained 7.
Yeah, and Smith's left shoulder is what's hanging down, so doesn't look like it was cramp or anything like that. It looks to be more like a shoulder injury.
Union has been banged up, but they lead 9-0. 6:30, 6.5 minutes left in the third period. Trojans are across the 50, 2nd and 3 at the Union 48. Handoff KD, looks for an opening, and gets slung down at the 47, a gain of 1. 3rd and 2 coming up.
Kind of came up, looked like he was trying to hold his balance, but his knee had gone down just across the line of scrimmage. Able to pick up 1, but look for them to try to cram it down for another inside run here.
Now Owens looking to the sidelines. Plenty of time on the play clock. Now they get into a pistol formation with KD directly behind Owen Jones. Shotgun snap, handoff, KD over the left side, first down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line, a gain of 4. Ninth first down of the game for the Trojans. Union has only 4 first downs, but leads 9-0. 20 carries I've got on the night for 124 yards for KD. Owen Jones, back to pass on play action, has time, comes right, throws, got a man open, caught at the Union 35-yard line is the sophomore Jalen Cato.
Cato does a really nice job. He knows he's going to get hit. He sat down in the soft part of the zone right there in front of those safeties, secures the catch, then goes ahead and takes a hit. But really impressed with these guys when the ball gets to them, how they're able to keep their concentration even if they know there's going to be contact.
2nd and 2 at the Union 35-yard line. KD again on a delay. Ooh, he's gummed up at the 35. Might lost a yard. Oh, and a flag comes flying from way back in the secondary toward the line of scrimmage. So something happened pretty much after the play.
It's going to be against the Trojans. I don't know if he called a hold or he called an unsportsmanlike afterwards, because it came after. Looked to me like they were getting up off the pile. But it's going to be very costly instead of 3rd and short.
Well, I know if I can speak for the coaching staff, you don't mind getting beat. You just don't want to beat yourselves. And that's what the Trojans look like they are doing tonight. Here they had 3rd and 1 or 3rd and 2 coming up. Now they're faced with a 2nd and 16 after the penalty. Every time they get some momentum, they go backwards. At the Union 49-yard line, they need a big play. They pick up the blitz. They screen it out to KD, who breaks a tackle to the 50. 45, breaks another. 45, 40, first down to the 30. That's what I'm talking about for number 2. That was all determination right there.
How many times, Rob, have we seen him bottled up and thinking he's going to go down, and the other team thinking he's going to go down, and all of a sudden he's got 12 more yards?
Yeah, I don't think we can say it enough how hard this guy is to bring down. Just when it looks like he's bottled up, it would have been a nice gain. He would have been like, oh, that's 9-10 yards. We'll take that. And then all of a sudden he squirts through the defenders and keeps on going. So an impressive performance by KD tonight.
Quick pass out to Caleb Barnett. He catches it, goes out of bounds at the 28-yard line, a gain of 5.
Nice execution there on the quick out route. There's a lot of soft corner right there, and Caleb just makes as soon as he makes his cut, Owen puts it on his outside shoulder.
So 2nd down and 5 at the Union 28-yard line. Hayden Jordan's into the game. He tries to slice through the line and gets to the 21. So it's 3rd down and 3. 3rd and 3 at the Union 26-yard line. This would be 4 down. I mean, if they don't make it here, they're going to go for it on 4th down 9-0, you would think, with 3:40 to go. They've already missed 2 field goals in this game. 3rd and 3. KD in the backfield. Owen Jones gets the snap, fumbles the snap, picks it up, runs forward, looks for help, throws it away, and there was nobody there. Goodness sakes. 4th down and 3 coming up. And lucky there wasn't intentional grounding.
Yeah, it's not intentional grounding. He was way outside the pocket, and he got it past the line of scrimmage. Of course, Coach Fred is saying there wasn't a receiver in the area. Doesn't have to be,
Doesn't
but
matter.
Just unfortunate because you got what you want. And again, maybe Owen just trying to run the ball, get it close to the 1st down as possible, but by the time he had the ball back in his hand, he really had a lot of people up in his face.
4th and 3 at the Union 26-yard line. Gets the snap, handoff KD, going left, 1st down 20, 15. What a block on the left side. The Trojans finally get a seal, and Malik Craig pulled out and busted his guy to the sideline, opening it up for number 2.
Nice job right there around the left side. Like you said, McAnally out there. You got Malik Craig out there. Of course, you got the guy that they're excited about, Javion Anti out there, and a great run, powerful run by KD.
1st down at the 15. Handoff KD again, trying to get outside, can't do it. He's cut down. By number 3, Jackson Franklin, the former Trojan, who's moved and playing safety for Union, and we got a Trojan player down.
I think that's Kester.
No, it's one of the tackles. I think it's Oruru. Oh, boy.
No matter the challenge, rising up has always been the Cherokee way. Adversity and triumph are chiseled into our DNA, which gives us the grit and endurance to go further. For our customers, our employees, and our tribe, we march forward together in the pursuit of excellence. Because we are Cherokee, and together we will rise.
Our pets are more than just pets. They're our people, our family. And when they get sick, we want them to be cared for like family. At Woodland West, pet care is personal. We care for your animals the same way we care for our own. As the most comprehensive facility in the Tulsa area for everything from diagnostics to treatment, you can trust that our team of compassionate veterinary experts are delivering the care your animal deserves. Your pet is always there for you. Let us be there to keep them in good health. Woodland West Animal Hospital.
So important right here. You don't have to get all 10 yards. You don't have to get in the end zone. Just don't take a negative play.
Right.
That's been the problem for offense tonight is you don't have to have the perfect play. Just don't take the negative plays.
For a team that came in averaging 36 points a game their first two games.
Jack Wiltshire into the game at right tackle, guys, with Aruru out of the lineup for now.
You know, Jack's ready to get going. Playing defense as well tonight. And, of course, an All-State candidate on the offensive line. 2nd and 9 at the Union 15. Jenks down 9-0. Late third quarter, handoff straight ahead, KD. Somehow get hit, but powers his way to the 12-yard line. Only a gain of 3 to set up 3rd down and 6. Well, they've got the receivers. Dillard is not in there, I don't think. Yeah, he is. He's split to the left, so he's back in. Barnett split right. H-back right. Cato slot receiver right. Trojans facing 3rd down and really about 7 at the Union 12-yard line. They got to get to the 5. Owen Jones gets a clean snap, throws it down and out, and unable to hang on to it. It's Dillard.
Pretty tough throw right there. They had Dillard double covered with a safety over the top and the corner underneath. And so Owen pretty much had to hit him in just the exact spot, and they're just going to bring on the field goal unit here.
No Carter has had a tough night. He's missed a 46-yarder, a 26-yarder, and fumbled a punt.
This is going to be Tim Foreman, Don.
Okay, thank you. So Foreman comes in. He was on the team last year. This will be a 30-yard attempt. Snap back, ball down, kick up is a low snap. Kick's got the distance, and it's good. So the Trojans are on the board with 2:05 to go third period, and now are back in it, down 9-3. And let's see how big that missed extra point is at the end of the night for Union. Well, I feel a little better. Let's go to the studio. Bryce Halls, our producer, has some scores. Thank you, Bryce. So a nice drive after Union scored that touchdown and 40-yard kickoff return by Dillard. The Trojans moved from their 45 to the Union 12. So that is a 42-yard drive in 12 plays, and they overcame a big penalty in that drive.
First time tonight we've been able to overcome something like that.
Yes, indeed. Converted a 4th down and 3. So let's see. The defense has played well tonight. You cannot say enough about what this defense has done tonight after getting whipped by Owasso last week. Hey, we got time for birthdays. And let's see. Last Tuesday, Wayne McCombs, big Jenks fan, well, more of a Claremore fan, but would listen to the broadcast on 1170 and critique our games on Monday with me. Would have been his 71st birthday last Tuesday. He passed away unexpected in December. Here's a kickoff, caught at the 2, to the 10, to the 20, and down there at about the 27-yard line. So here's where Union will set up, 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line. Other birthdays this past week. Drew Burnham, former center, had a birthday Tuesday. Former coach Tyler McGrew on Tuesday. Also World's Barry Lewis, a birthday on Wednesday. He's covering the game tonight. Brett Stanley has a birthday tomorrow, along with Trent Tabor. Rising, toss sweep, Perry Spate runs out of room and pushed out at about the 26. He might give him the line of scrimmage, the 27.
Nice job there, Sam Stone, Jace Hager, McAnally, Shockley, all of them doing a pretty good job. Actually, they marked him back for a loss, so good job playing the toss sweep into the short side of the field.
He has not done much tonight, -1 there, so 11 carries, 35 yards, whereas Perry Spate had over 100 yards rushing in the first 2 games, in each of the first 2 games. He was a handful. Here he comes. Oh, no, they fake it to him. He rolls right, throws, got a man open, caught, first down up at the 41-yard line. Reisig is so good on the play action, and Stone Turner, who grew up in Jenks, moved to Bixby, now moved to Union, has the first down catch for 15.
Dangerous when he gets the edge. He's still a run threat. You know, he was running the ball when he got hurt last year, so I don't know if they're having him take it easy a little bit, but he's definitely a guy that scrambles, makes things happen when he's out of the pocket as well. But he's running to his right, finds Stone, and gets up to him for the first down pickup.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Play action again. Deep drop, throws, caught, and in trouble. Look out to the 40, to the 31-yard line. Oh, my, that hurts. On the catch by Boston Carrasco, another former Trojan.
Yeah, right there, just, giving him a lot of space, and then he's able to run, and we're taking really poor angles. Of course, Boston's one of the speediest guys on the field tonight, but not taking good angles after he catches the ball, so he's picking up big chunks after he makes the catch in space.
Reisig has been big here in this third quarter. Passes of 76, 10, 15, and now 28 yards. And he's back to pass again. Throws it, got a man open, tipped incomplete. For Turner at the 16-yard line, Cooper Shockley on the coverage, so it's 2nd down and 10.
Cooper's kind of caught there between no man's land. He's got Carrasco behind him, and he's got Turner in front of him trying to get safety help over the top with Sam Stone trying to make his way out there, but really fortunate there because Shaker has a chance to get him the ball and just a little bit too far outside for him to make the play.
2nd down 10 at the Jenks 31-yard line. 41 seconds left, third quarter. Trojan defense trying to stiffen here. Down 9-3. Handoff, Perry Spate, open. Gets down to the 24-yard line. He'll be 3 yards shy to set up a 3rd down.
Got to think this is 4-down territory for Coach Maddox. Again, won't be surprised to see them try to draw us off sides on a hard count, so need to be disciplined up front. But, the defensive unit's goal is 3 takeaways per game, and this, Rob, sure would be a great time for one, don't you think?
I'm thinking, I don't know if they would go for it on 4th down, up 6. They're going to let the clock run out, so we're done with the third period. 12 minutes to go from Union Tuttle Stadium. It's the Backyard Bowl, and it hasn't disappointed, although we've not had the points we would have expected. It's Union 9, Jenks 3. Back in a moment on AM 1170 and Trojan TV.
Craving delicious tenders or crispy fried chicken? Hit the Waldo's drive-thru, open 7 days a week. Locally owned and operated in Broken Arrow, 71st and Yale, and coming soon to Owasso. Waldo's makes lunch and dinner a breeze. Waldo's Chicken, fast, fresh, delicious.
When you've got to spend some time away, there's no better place for your best friend to stay than Woodland West Pet Resort. With 17,000 square feet of fun, you can both take a no-guilt vacation. Relax, both of you. Pick up a new skill. Chow down on some well-deserved vacation food. Make new friends. Have a spa day. And finally, come home to your best friend.
No matter the challenge, rising up has always been the Cherokee way. Adversity and triumph are chiseled into our DNA, which gives us the grit and endurance to go further. For our customers, our employees, and our tribe, we march forward together in the pursuit of excellence. Because we are Cherokee, and together we will rise. No matter the
field goal, and then missed another field goal in the second quarter, fumbled a snap on a punt that allowed Union to take a 3-0 lead late in the first half. In the third quarter, the second time they had the ball, they got a 76-yard pass to Stone Turner. That was followed up the next play on 1st and goal at the 10, a pass to Miles Davis, missed the extra point to make it 9-0. Trojans, though, battled back and able to manufacture 3 points on a Tim Foreman field goal from 30 yards out. And so here we are, Union back on the move, facing 3rd and 4 at the Trojan 25-yard line. Trojan football brought to you by Window World of Tulsa. A whole new world out your window. WindowWorldTulsa.com. Rising, the quarterback, started his career. He grew up in New York. Started his high school career at Jenks. Back to pass on play action. Forced to run. Now throws and incomplete. Threw it away. So now it's 4th down. Now, my question is, do you kick for 3 or do you go for it on 4th down?
Well, I would have thought maybe they run the ball and try to get it closer to the first down change and go for 4th down, but they're gonna bring on their kicker. But again, Coach Fred also has a little bit of that Coach Blankenship, Riverside Gambler in him, so Riverboat Gambler. So, Miles Davis, the holder, great athlete, has great hands. You got to make sure you're checking for any type of monkey business here.
Be a 42-yard field goal attempt. From Miles Davis holds it. The kick is on its way. It's got the distance, but I think it's off to the right, and it is. So they miss a critical field goal, and the Trojans have the ball early, 4th quarter, 1st and 10, and they'll get the ball at their own 20-yard line.
And a quick injury update from down here on the sidelines, guys. Odafe Oruru, the right tackle who was injured on the previous possession, got that ankle taped up, put the shoe back on, and he's good to go. He'll be back in the game on this series.
Good to deal. This is where the offensive line, Eric Fox, has got to take over.
Yeah, we saw that in the first quarter that they were really kind of grinding on them a little bit. But again, the offense has not really been stopped by Union's defense. We have been stopped by the Trojan mistakes. And as we, Todd, I don't want to sound like that broken record, but that's what we talked about all game long is not making mistakes that are going to beat yourself.
KD Jones is in the game. Owen Jones at quarterback gets the snap. Handoff to KD. Not much there over right guard. Stood up at the 20 and dropped after a yard gain. Boy, the Trojans have just not been able to do much on 1st down today either.
Yeah, he was met quickly there by Jose Gonzalez, the big defensive lineman for the Redhawks, and we've seen KD break a lot of tackles tonight. He wasn't escaping that one.
And we've got a player down.
And unfortunately, this is Oruru who's back down. Hard to tell just from here if it's the same ankle or if it's a cramp, but I think he really wanted to try to give it a go, but obviously still in some pain and discomfort.
And that's where KD was trying to run the ball, so... But they are going to give both teams a quick water break just to make sure. The temperature doesn't feel too bad. The breeze is up here, but it's still early in the season. I'm sure there's humidity with the crowd down on the field as well.
Well, just now in this 4th quarter, you're noticing a noticeable difference in the temperature, and it has cooled off a little bit. But the previous 3 quarters, guys, it was still heavy down here. Still pretty sticky, pretty muggy conditions.
One thing they haven't done is split KD out. He's caught 2 passes tonight, but primarily a runner. Low snap, handoff, KD gets a hole, gets by a defender, up to the 25 to the 27, still short of the 1st down, but a nice run on 2nd down to set up 3rd and short.
Ashton Cunningham coming in from his corner position for the kill shot at the end, but KD is not only a great runner, but also is good at not taking full shots.
Running play on 3rd down and 2, and they're not going to get it. KD is shut down. So 4th down.
I think you got to punt it.
Yeah.
This part of the field, you got to punt it.
4th and 1 at the 29-yard line. And it will be Caleb Dillard, starting safety, who kicked at Lincoln Christian. Back to punt. His last punt is first for Jenks, 33 yards. Braxton Hart, the snap. Good snap. Good catch. And a high kick. That'll go out of bounds at about the 45-yard line of Jenks. they'll mark it at the 45. Well, the Trojan defense back at it again. Trojans went 3 and out here to start the fourth.
No matter the challenge, rising up has always been the Cherokee way. Adversity and triumph are chiseled into our DNA, which gives us the grit and endurance to go further. For our customers, our employees, and our tribe, we march forward together in the pursuit of excellence. Because we are Cherokee, and together we will rise.
Craving delicious tenders or crispy fried chicken? Hit the Waldo's drive-thru, open 7 days a week. Locally owned and operated in Broken Arrow, 71st and Yale, and coming soon to Owasso. Waldo's makes lunch and dinner a breeze. Waldo's chicken, fast, fresh, delicious. Craving
the turnover in this game. The Trojans defense could really use one here in the fourth quarter. Trailing 9-3 with 9:52 to go, fourth quarter, and Union has great field position at their own 45-yard line. Trojan football brought to you by Advanced Orthopedics of Tulsa. Gonna roo out that tackle, right tackle, out with an ankle injury. Here's a running play. Perry Spate, nothing doing. Win or lose this game, this Jenks defense, who got manhandled in the second half last week by Owasso, has stood up strong tonight.
Give it up for Brody Henderson. We sure missed him last week. He's playing really well right now. Of course, you have McAnally, Wiltshire, and Jacobson on that front line as well, just making it really hard for Tavion to get anything past the line of scrimmage.
Four-man front. I think that's Stone showing blitz. 2nd and 11 after a loss of a yard to Perry Spate, who's 13 carries for 40 yards. Here he's running hard. He gets up to midfield. He found a little bit of an opening and crashed into Samaj Stanford. That'll be a gain of 7.
Yeah, he treated McAnally like a speed bump right there, too, as Samaj came up. And so I know that McAnally's going to want another shot at that. He's just kind of standing flat-footed, but Perry Spate's showing what he can do when he gets some momentum and get a little bit of a crease, which is why they really wanted to try to make contact with him behind the line of scrimmage to keep him from having that motor run. He's split out right now. No back.
3rd and 4. Reisig is closing in on 200 yards passing. Gets the shotgun snap. Drops back to pass on 3rd down. Looks. Throws the fade. Incomplete. Down at the 25-yard line. Good coverage by McAnally for the Trojans.
Yeah, that's a mismatch right there. Give that up to Coach Maddox. He had Stone Turner matched up on McAnally running down the boundary. And although McAnally's a great athlete, you don't usually want him covering the wide receiver one-on-one down the boundary. But McAnally does a really nice job of farming him out, pushing him to the sideline so that Shaker to drop the ball in, and then Jacobson is putting pressure on Shaker right as he releases the ball as well.
Here's the punt by Davis. He's been beautiful tonight. Here's a high kick, fair catch called for at the 15-yard line. So 34-yard kick, and the Trojans now are down 9-3, 8:15 to go.
We have to lead. And go ahead, Rob.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, we got a couple breaks on that last play. Number 1, an incompletion that would have been a big gain for the Redhawks in a first down. But number 2, that ball was coming out of bounds. Stone Turner was going full speed out of bounds. Very nearly took out our superintendent. Dr. Butterfield down here had to do some evasive maneuvers. So she was showing some quickness, though. She was showing some agility.
Well, she's good to go. She's an athlete from back in the day at Charles Page High School. So I'm sure she's still got the moves.
Did not know that. Happy birthdays also next week for the Trojans to Braxton Waters, former assistant, now at Sapulpa. Celebrate a birthday next Thursday, along with former offensive lineman Chance Calvert. Handoff KD to the 20. to the 25-yard line. Good run and might move the sticks on first down. Something they've been unable to do much is get big yardage on first down, but KD moves the sticks here.
Going to give a birthday shout out to District Teacher of the Year, Jenks High School Teacher, Vision of Excellence Award winner Sydney Ritz. It's her birthday tomorrow as well.
KD unofficially 161 yards on 26 carries. He's never had a 200-yard rushing game. Owen Jones back to pass, in trouble, flips it to KD to the 30, first down 40. Angles right, breaks off another tackle and gets across midfield. Man, he has such great vision.
We got a flag down, guys, here on the near sideline, right at the line of scrimmage.
But you had two Union defenders run into each other as well. Where they're throwing that flag, it's got to be a procedure or illegal formation.
Yeah, this one's coming back. And unfortunately, that's been a bit of a recurring theme tonight as well, with some nice plays from Caden Jones and big chunk plays that have been negated.
We had a 9-yard run in the first quarter called back because of a penalty.
Rob, did you see what they called, though? I missed the call.
It was some kind of procedure call, but I'll have to get clarification on exactly what it was.
In the second quarter, we had a KD 16-yard run called back because of a penalty. In the third period, I thought we had a penalty. Anyway, we've had a couple of, this is the third play that we've had called back because of a penalty. There's still a Union player. One player got up. One is still down. By the way, I was asked by our producer, Bryce Holtz, is this the lowest scoring Jenks Union game? Not since 2006, as I mentioned, when Jenks won 9-6 at TU in the Backyard Bowl. That was a Mark Ginther 80-yard TD run. We missed the extra point, but held on to win 9-6. Well, this Union player gets up.
It's Ashton Cunningham.
Yes, it is. And he's going to walk to the locker room, and so that's not good. He's holding one of his arms, it seems like, so they're probably going to do x-rays on him. Boy, it has been just an infirmary for Union here in the first 3 weeks of the season. And certainly we miss certainly Ashton Cunningham, who was a starting sophomore at Jenks and had some big-time blocks. He blocked a point after in overtime for Jenks to beat Broken Arrow, had a blocked field goal for Jenks to come from way behind in the fourth quarter to win at Mustang to send Jenks to the semifinals, and then moves to Union. And had a pick six last week.
That the call on the field was illegal formation.
So it is first down and 15. Owen Jones winds, in trouble, and sacked at the 15-yard line. So that'll be a loss of 6.
Yeah, first 15, kind of manageable if you can get 6-7 yards. It looks like KD's going to come off the field gingerly right here.
Second time that Owen has been sacked, so it's second down and a long ways to go. 7:05 to go. Jenks down 9-3. Second and 20 coming up. Line of scrimmage is the 16. They got to get to the 36 for a first down. Trojan football brought to you by Window World of Tulsa. Find out why Window World of Tulsa is the best. Here's a toss over the middle, caught. And trying to break the tackles, the receiver. And that'll be, is that Stanford? Or
that's Cato.
Cato.
Yeah, Cato does a nice job running a little inside route. He actually gets hit by the linebacker before the ball gets to him, does a nice job of concentrating, making the catch. You know, that's just a little short toss, but go get what you can get after you catch the ball. And you know, that's a first and 15 call. That's really nice. If it's second and 20, it's really hard to make up that much ground.
I think that's the second catch of the night for Cato. Third and 13 at the 23-yard line. Midway fourth quarter. Jenks down 9-3. Sam Sam Stone in motion. 3 receivers right. Owen Jones gets the snap. Has time. Fires the wheel route. Stone with a great catch at the 45-yard line. First down, Trojans in Union territory. How many times have they burned Union over the years on the wheel route?
All I know is this. There's got to be a tendency that when 15 is going into the game, you got to watch that guy. And give it up for Owen, too, because he's got somebody in his face and gets it out there to Sam. Sam catches the ball and takes a huge shot, hangs on. What a man-child he is.
Well, after they scored on that last week, screen pass to KD. Needs an outside block. Gets it to the 40. 35-yard line, out of bounds. About an 8-yard gain. Stops the clock.
Going back to that last play, guys, I saw Sam Stone in the game, so I'm going in motion. I had a good feeling. All the guy does is make big plays for this team, and credit to Owen Jones because that was by far his best throw of the night.
Sure was, and they scored on that touchdown last week. And nice to get KD out of the backfield with his 3rd catch of the night. Owen has completed his last 5 passes by my understanding. 2nd and 2 at the Union 35-yard line. Owen Jones gets the snap. KD gets the ball, slips a tackle. 35, breaks another, and gets to the 29-yard line. First down, Trojans. Well, remember the run he had with 35 seconds left last year in the semifinal to bring Jenks all the way back when they were down 21-0?
I don't think there's anybody in this stadium that doesn't remember that, especially on this side that we're sitting on.
Right.
And let's give it up for the Trojan faithful. They have filled in all of our bleachers over there. The only seats that are available are in those reserved band sections. So proud of the Trojans for showing up tonight.
Handoff, KD again. Turning the corner, 25-20. Great block, bounces to the outside, 15, and another flag down.
Rob, I'm not saying that's not a hold because that's where they threw it, but I'm just saying it's so late from after KD gets away from where they're throwing the flag that I just don't understand the timing. Of course, a hold is a hold whenever, but I just have a hard time understanding that, and unfortunately, KD's cramping up again.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. It just feels like the ball carrier is 10 yards downfield when that flag comes out. So maybe the referee has made the decision and just is having trouble fiddling with the flag. I don't know, but I do know that KD Jones is an absolute warrior, and he's playing like one in this game and doing everything he can to keep himself in this game and keep this offense going. And again, it's just one of those big, impressive plays where he had room, he had space, it's a good run, he got the crowd fired up, and then just the air comes out of the balloon, guys, when that flag comes out and they're backing up yet again.
Well, he gets up. I don't think he's going to come back into the game. Samaj Stanford's in the game. He's been playing some receiver. So they'll probably go empty backfield.
Well, you got Aiden Jordan in the game.
Okay.
I don't think that's Samaj. I think that's Barnett. I think Caleb, the way Caleb has his jersey there, I think.
You're right. Yeah, the way Barnett has the bottom of the 9 turned up where it looks like a 4. Thank you for your help there. By the way, back to the lowest scoring games. Jenks beat Union at Jenks in 1979, 3-0. And I believe that was a Keith Harder field goal. And then lost at Jenks 1988, 6-3. Throwing the bomb down the middle, man there, knocked away, incomplete. Dillard was open, but by the time the ball got there, Oliver Smith knocked it away.
Yeah, just a little bit off on the timing or the launch, but they had what they wanted. Dillard's running the post, and it just hangs for enough time for Smith to use his speed to get over there. Of course, Oliver Smith, another very speedy guy on that track program that won a state championship last year. Aiden Jordan's coming out of the game, and that's a new tailback.
Logan Finch, who plays some linebacker, and he's a senior. He's more of a fullback type than running back. 2nd and 20. Will he be in the block? The Union 39-yard line. Needs something. They pass out to Barnett. 40, 35, 30. Spins off a man 20. What a play by number 9. Caleb Barnett. We've been waiting for that since he came to Jenks. And he gets 18 yards. 3rd and 2.
Said it, DK. That's exactly what we've been waiting to see from Caleb Barnett. Just pure speed and then hit the X button for the spin move to get him an extra 5.
Handoff, KD's back into the game. Gets the first down to the 17-yard line. This one's getting good again. 4:24 to go.
Looks like Union's got a player down.
We've got another injured Redhawk here, now up on his feet.
Well, but I'll say this. You asked if Finch was coming in to block. Yes, he was, as the Union defensive lineman goes down. But you got to give it up for Finch. He's got one job. He comes in for one play. You asked, does he come in to block? And he sure did. He goes out. He shows that he's running into the flat. But they got Barnett trailing him on a crossing route, on an underneath route, and Finch is basically out there like on a screen pass being the lead blocker, and he allows Caleb to turn up field, and Finch does exactly what he's supposed to do. Huge block
no
right
matter
there.
The challenge, rising up has always been the Cherokee way. Adversity and triumph are chiseled into our DNA, which gives us the grit and endurance to go further for our customers, our employees, and our tribe. We march forward together in the pursuit of excellence because we are Cherokee, and together we will rise. No matter the
Craving delicious tenders or crispy fried chicken? Hit the Waldo's drive-thru, open 7 days a week. Locally owned and operated in Broken Arrow, 71st and Yale, and coming soon to Owasso. Waldo's makes lunch and dinner a breeze. Waldo's Chicken, fast, fresh, delicious. Craving delicious tenders or crispy fried chicken? Hit the Waldo's drive-thru, open 7 days a week. Locally owned and operated in Broken Arrow, 71st and Yale, and coming soon to Owasso. Waldo's makes lunch and dinner a breeze. Waldo's Chicken, fast, fresh, delicious.
He's normally an offensive lineman, but he's had to play defense. He walks off. Trojans have 1st and 10 at the Union 17-yard line. By the way, to give you a college score, UNLV came back and upset Kansas and Lawrence tonight. Kansas State, by the way, is playing at home as well tonight, and they are ahead of Arizona 28-7 going to the fourth quarter.
Sam Stone in at H-back.
First down, handoff, KD's tripped at the line of scrimmage, powers his way forward for 3 yards or 2 yards down to the 15-yard line. You need 6 here. You don't need 3.
Well, already 2 times on this drive, the Trojan offense has overcome those penalties. They've been way behind the chains, facing 20-plus yards or more to get a first down, and they've been able to do that twice. We'll see what they can come up with here.
We got a big 34-yard pass to Sam Stone, and then a big pass play to Barnett. And nothing here. So it's going to be 3rd down on a run, no gain, 3rd down and 9, a loss of a yard.
KD does a great job just to make a loss of a yard because there's 3 bodies on him that really are untouched. And he has to fight to get back to even near the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 9. Need some positive yards here for Owen Jones. 3 receivers, 1 right, 2 left. KD in the backfield. Owen gets the snap from Zach Cox. Union drops back. They throw, and an over-the-shoulder try at the 9-yard line. He couldn't hang on to it. I think that's Cato.
He's kind of coming up cramping as well. Kind of a tough catch. Owen has to float it over the defender, get it over his outside shoulder.
Trojans have 3:02 with which to work. They have 3 timeouts left. They face 4th and 9 at the Union 14. Do you go for it all here?
Yeah, you haven't had any timeouts. I mean, don't be afraid to use the timeout and get what you want to.
Game on the line here, maybe. 4th and 9 at the Union 14-yard line. Got to get to the 7 for a first down. Owen back. A lot of defenders back there. He throws in triple coverage. Stone catches it out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Oh, my goodness.
Are they going to say he was out of bounds? No way.
This guy called it. Oh, that's so terrible.
No way.
Caleb Barnett's going to get a penalty flag for throwing his helmet on the field. KD Jones threw his helmet on the field.
I'm going to see a replay. Here's Sam Stone, or rather Owen Jones. We'll get a replay.
Sam looks like he makes a great catch with three guys on him.
Coach, right
here. Yep. I'm watching it on the Jumbotron.
I don't know that they're going to be able to show his feet. Oh, that was clearly a catch. And then he bobbled it, though, as he fell out of bounds.
I don't think he's bobbling it. I think he's stretching for the pylon. He's stretching for the pylon. The guy on the sidelines made the call.
As he fell out of bounds, the ball dislodged from his hands, but he was clearly already out of bounds. Now they're going to talk about it.
I think that's the only thing that they can say is that he didn't possess the ball all the way to the ground, but he clearly had it and was making a move for the pylon and was out of bounds before losing possession.
Get Clay Martin on the phone. But that doesn't make an excuse for us, losing our mind and our composure with personal fouls, unsportsmanlike. But he made the catch and was making a move to stretch the ball across the pylon. And when he went out of bounds, he lost the ball. But he had already turned up the field.
He clearly had possession. And like you say, he had possession going out of bounds. And then when he was hit and trying to stretch the ball to the pylon, when he rolled out of bounds, that's when he lost control. But clearly that has to be a catch.
Well, I don't know that we're going to get the call.
Guys, do we not have the luxury of replay? But everybody in the stadium got to see what just happened on this massive Jumbotron that they have here on the north end of Union Tuttle Stadium. A lot of times it's just you only get to see it once, but I think the officials saw it too.
Now, he did not get the ball across the pylon. He stretched for the end zone. He didn't make it to the end zone, but he had turned up the field, was reaching the ball to get it across the pylon when he was pushed out of bounds. It was a great catch, great play. I don't know if we're going to get it called our way or not.
So it's either going to be Union ball plus a 15-yard penalty, or it's going to be Jenks ball at the 2 and then move it back 15. Here's the call. No, it's going to be 2 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. One's kicked out of the game.
KD got kicked out.
Here's another one. Sideline warning against Union. First down, Union. I don't know who this officiating crew is. I don't recognize them. But
hold on, our side's cheering. What did they say is a catch?
Now he's changing it.
Yeah, he changed it. Yeah,
he's changing it.
There's no way.
He's pointing in Union's direction.
Yeah, we didn't get any of those calls. They all went against us. Now the unsportsmanlike penalties, those are totally deserved. You can't take your helmet off. You can't lose your composure. We talked about that. So not only is the ball going to go the other direction, they're going to have, 30, 45 yards added onto it?
If you're kicked out of the game, can you play the next game?
I think you got to sit out the first half.
Okay.
I don't remember.
What he said was unsportsmanlike conduct on number 2. Number 2 is disqualified from the game.
Yeah.
And that's KD Jones.
Right. But it had to be 3 unsportsmanlike penalties because that ball is now at the Union 39.
Wow.
Or excuse me, the Jenks 39.
Well, that's disappointing on a poor call, but it's even more disappointing to lose your cool, be down 9-3. I mean, you're still in the game. Okay, so you don't get the first down. You still got Union pinned back in their own territory with 2:50 left. But to lose your cool is just unacceptable. And I'm sure that that will not please the head coach of the Jenks Trojans.
Okay, guys, the referee did say the wrong number. He said 2. They meant 9. So 2 is still in the game. KD Jones, I believe, is still in the game. Caleb Barnett is not.
Okay. So the Trojans are going to have to burn timeouts. The line of scrimmage is the Jenks 39-yard line.
Well, it'll be interesting to see, again, we see the benefit of replay. In high school football, they do not check a replay, but they blew that. And here's what's interesting is the guy on the sidelines nearest the call, looking right down the sideline, says it's a reception.
Catch, which is his call.
It's his call. The back judge comes over and says, no, it's not a completion. He can't see from his position where the sideline is. So I think it's poor teamwork on the officiating crew, and obviously I think they missed the call. But I mean, the guy whose call it is looking right down the line, sees the catch, sees the move up the field. He stretches the ball out for the pylon. But regardless of that, it's like you said, it's 9-3. You know, it's 2nd and 10. You know, Union's got to try to get a first down here or use as much time on the clock. There's no way this is field goal position for them. We've seen crazy things happen in this game. The Trojans cannot lose their composure. They cannot lose their cool. They've got to keep playing until the whistle blows.
Where am I getting that? Getting feedback somewhere. Nevertheless, feedback on this one won't be pretty. So Union took a knee. Jenks has to call a timeout. 2:42 to go. Jenks has 2 timeouts left. Yeah, I mean, well, I don't know. Easy for me to say. I sit up here and have time to second guess and hindsight. But you've got to think to yourself, hey, if we don't get it, we still, and I'm sure that's what Adam Gaylor was telling his defensive, hey, if they don't make it here, we still need the ball back. But it wasn't the defensive guys that got the unsportsmanlike penalties. It was the offensive guys on the field in disappointment. Here's Risey just running for room, looking to slide down at the 35-yard line, a gain of 4, another Jenks timeout.
Yeah, he was looking to throw the ball. He was looking for a single one-on-one man beater with Carrasco running a bench route, flag route to the wide side of the field. He was covered. So then Shaker's just going to use as much time on the clock as he can. Trojans quickly call a timeout.
Well, guys, you think in the storied history of this rivalry that this one is maybe a little mundane, maybe a little on the boring side if you just look at the scoreboard with the 9-3 score, but you know in every backyard bowl, every time these teams get together, something bananas is going to happen. B-A-N-A-N-A-S, and we just witnessed it down there. And that's a play that will be talked about for a very, very long time, regardless of the outcome of this game. And what you have to do now is put it behind you, and this defense has a huge play in front of them, the play of the night coming up.
Yeah, so on that, I mean, not only does Owen put it outside where he has to, because there are 3 guys chasing Sam, and Sam has incredible concentration to catch that, in my opinion, to catch that tight side of the sideline, still reach out for the pylon, and just, again, the athleticism that he displays. Not only that, just the character, the leadership, student council officer, FCA president, committed to Princeton.
Yeah.
Just an outstanding young man as well as an outstanding competitor.
3rd and 6 at the Jenks 36-yard line. 2:33 left, time left. Snap back to Risey. Has time's going to run. Now he's going to get sacked. Brody Henderson wrapped him up, got help from Wiltshire, and the Trojans burned their timeout. Don't they? 2:26 left.
Yeah, and Shaker's actually trying to stay up off the ground. The officials did make the right call of blowing the whistle, and Sam Stone sprints to the official just like he's been coached to call timeout right in the official's face as soon as he blows the whistle.
So a loss of 10, back to the Jenks 46-yard line. Trojans are out of timeouts now. Well, next time, when Sam Stone has that opportunity, he probably just, next time he won't try to stretch it and just run out of bounds and take the first down.
Yeah.
You learn from these type of things.
I don't know. I don't know how you
can keep from doing that.
I'll say this. As a coach, one of the dumbest things I ever did was try to coach Matt McCoy on, and Matt may be listening tonight. You know, I told Matt, hey, you didn't take the right release, and he scored like an 80-yard touchdown, and I'm trying to overcoach an athlete athlete and a guy that's a competitor and stuff like that. So sometimes you got to let the Warriors just battle. And so my apologies to Matt for trying to overcoach him. And right there, Sam is just doing what he can to do what he can to help his team out.
How about a Caleb Dillard or a Malachi Dillard punt return for a score with 2:26 left? Miles Davis is back to punt. He's been brilliant tonight. Jenks hasn't had a punt return for a score since Jaden Patrick about 5 or 6 years ago. Good high kick. Fair catch called for, caught at the 2. Why wouldn't you let it roll into the end zone? And I'm not griping about Malachi Dillard. You see it all the time. Players now, I guess, are coached to catch it no matter where they are. Let it roll into the end zone and get it at the 20. But I guess that's old school football. So you got 98 yards to go after the 44-yard kick. How about a 98-yard pass, huh?
2 minutes, 18 seconds is an eternity in the Jenks Union game, isn't it?
Even with no timeouts.
But you don't try to get it all in one chunk. No. You just make this first completion and then get out of bounds.
First and 10 at the 2-yard line for Owen Jones. Gets the snap back. Out of his own end zone. Throws, caught over the middle. Oh, he's got a corner. Dillard out of bounds at the 23-yard line. Nice play, Malachi Dillard.
Not only does Dillard do a nice job catching the route across the middle, but he gets to the edge where Cato is able to just get in front of a guy. Again, hats off to Cato, not only making the block, but making sure he doesn't do an illegal block and bringing it back.
26-yard gain, up to the 28-yard line. So a 26-yard gain to Malachi Dillard from Owen Jones. Back to pass. Steps up. Could throw it deep. Instead, he overthrows Cato open at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, just right here, even if you can take those soft throws, I mean, Union's going to try to keep things back, play deep coverage, play quarters with some help underneath. So right there, you got something that's open in the shallows. You know, just don't try to overthrow it. Get it out to them, especially if they can get out of bounds.
Throwing deep, overthrows again up at the 45-yard line. Third down.
Got plenty of time because the clock is stopped, so you don't have to rush. You don't have to be in a hurry. The play clock still gives you plenty of time to get what you want. You want to make sure all your offensive linemen are clued in on the protection and your receivers know what the route combinations are.
Longest pass play in Jenks Union history, 82 yards from Zach Laster, a former Union quarterback, at Jenks to Brian Carter. Owen steps up, fires deep, got a man at midfield, caught, first down with 1:45 remaining on the catch there by Domek. Boy, he has got some good hands.
Sorry about that. Yeah, it does a nice job of securing the catch. Tries to get out of bounds, gets tackled just a little bit shy, but they're going to try to get this ball moving.
First and 10 at their own 49. Minute and a half remaining. Owen's in trouble. Gets away from it. Looks, and has to throw it away. It's okay. Second down and 10. Stops the clock with 1:26 remaining, and the Union player's down again. And that is number 19, DJ Strother, a linebacker. Score is 9-3, Union. And it has been that way since the third quarter. It was Jenks missed a couple of field goals. Union got a field goal at the end of the first half to lead 3-0. And then Jenks missed a field goal in the third quarter. Union came back and scored a touchdown, missed the extra point to make it 9-0. Jenks then went on a 12-play, 42-yard drive, got a Tim Foreman field goal from 30 yards to close out the third quarter 9-3, and that's where we are still at 9-3. The Trojans have the ball. Second and 10 at their own 49-yard line. No timeouts left and 1:26 remaining.
Again, this defender being down gives the Trojans not only time to kind of catch their breath and get some water in them, but also to kind of talk about what they want.
Trojan football brought to you by Arvest Bank, 20 metro locations. Our thanks to President Kevin Saban, former Jenks Football Booster Club president in the past, and Arvest, who donates $1 for every point scored tonight and through the season. Trojans had scored 72 points the first two games. Kevin's not going to get much to add to tonight unless Jenks can score here. We got a flag down.
How in the world is
on a timeout? What's going on here? And the referees are going over to the Jenks sideline. Doug Greenwood has his palms up in the air like, what? What are you talking about?
I think they're calling a sideline warning, maybe. I don't know. Rob, this is craziness. It's raising my blood pressure, man.
This is madness, guys. Nobody down here knows what's going on, why that flag was thrown. All they were doing was standing in their timeout huddle, having a discussion as a team. They started to break that huddle, and then the flag comes out. So all I can think is the referee thought he heard something.
You've got to be kidding me. An unsportsmanlike conduct during a timeout. I mean, I don't know what was said. I don't know who said what, but goodness gracious. Why are you listening into the huddle in the first place?
Keith Riggs is getting an explanation from the referee and one of his line judge over there.
Jeremy Smith, the running backs coach, is just apoplectic down here on the sidelines, guys. Said I wasn't even talking to him. So I don't know what was said or in the direction of who or what, but man.
But here's what you do. You throw a flag for a sideline warning, and you tell the head coach, if I hear anything else from that guy, you're out of here. You know, this is craziness. I don't know who the crew is. I don't know if you said that earlier tonight.
I don't know who it is. Usually we're given that information.
Maybe they wanted to stay incognito tonight.
Now, guys, Jeremy Smith has been told to leave the game.
Wow. Never seen anything like this.
Set off and walking off the sidelines. Just unbelievable.
Never seen anything like it.
2nd and 25 from the 34. Minute 26 remaining. Back to pass, Owen Jones. Pressure, runs away from it. Steps up, fires. Short arms a pass. Incomplete.
And now we got a flag down here on the tackle of Owen Jones. Maybe trying to make up for something.
Make up call.
Well, I don't know that Union had only 3 penalties in the first half. I don't know that they've had a penalty in the second half. They haven't. Now they get one, and that moves it back to where we were a couple of minutes ago at the 49-yard line, although some time has been knocked off the clock. It's a minute 18 remaining. First down and 10 at the 49-yard line. Let's start all over, shall we? 2 receivers each side for number 12. Gets the snap. Blitz is on. Jenks picks it up nicely. Throws, and it's picked off at the 45-yard line. He might go all the way. No, he'll be tackled at the 25. Poor throw by Owen, who apparently didn't see the defender because it got picked off. As if he threw it right to him.
Yeah, he just jumped the route on the inside right there. Owen was having to step up. They dropped lots of guys, and the linebacker's dropping up underneath. He's looking to the flat and just didn't see him. And then Owen does a great job of fighting out there to try to make a tackle, but KD makes the tackle, and Zach Cox gets in there on the tackle. And again, you played hard tonight. There's no doubt about it, you know. But just at times, you just were not playing smart to put yourself in a position to win a tough ball game.
Boy, there have been some times Jenks has lost to Union, and you walk away thinking, man, Union didn't beat us. We just beat ourselves. And usually when that happens, the Trojans have been fortunate enough to redeem themselves and meet Union again in the playoffs. But this one might be the worst of all. minute to go, and they put a knee down. By the way, the interception by a former Jenks player, Jackson Franklin. What a story he was. He was a backup quarterback 2 years ago as a sophomore. Knee injuries, shoulder injuries. He couldn't play. He couldn't back up at quarterback 2 years ago.
Came in, played some safety, did a good
Owens
job.
was the starting quarterback. He came in last year. With Owen Jones at quarterback, they wanted to put Jackson Franklin either as a receiver or safety. He came in, played safety, played great. Then moved to the Union District. Comes up with a game-clinching interception. Shaky Rizik goes to a knee. This one has come to a close, and it belongs to the Union Redhawks by a final score of 9-3. Not much scoring, but a lot of action in this game. And it's one that the Trojans will want to close the chapter on week number 3, game number 3, have a week off next week, and turn their attention to the Bixby Spartans. It doesn't get any easier each week, as 2 weeks from tonight, it'll be Jenks at Bixby. Final score, Union 9, Jenks 3. We'll hear from the Jenks head coach when we continue after this timeout on the Jenks Audio Network and Trojan TV.